Well, good morning, everybody. You turn me on, and then you turn me out. Well, everybody, today's Thursday. Oh my God, it's already the 9th. This month is moving on, getting us on up there in the month. Hope everybody's got good plans. Next month, 4th of July is coming up. So I'm gonna get some more stuff done today so I can try to get my camper moved this weekend. I may go ahead and leave out of here early, get back to my place. I can get my because see the 4th, and if you go back past the 4th, let's see. Yeah, if I get down there about the 25th, I think I should be able to get a place. Kat, good morning. Hey, girl. Hey, I'm gonna drop you the hooker link. I'm gonna drop you the hooker link so you could come up here and turn me out, girl. You turn me on and then you turn me out. Yeah, I got coffee too. I've been up dancing and acting all crazy already. I'll be glad when all this damp moist air's gone so I can get my voice back. My voice is still half gone, so it's hard to sing. Hey, but it don't stop that little ass of mine from shaking all over the world. I was causing an earthquake here this morning. My little ass going 90 to nothing. I changed my photo today. I put another one up there. That was one when I was going out on New Year's, looking like Hooker Mama Joe. Looky there.
Good morning.
How you like that photo of me? Ain't that a sexy one?
That's lipstick, heck.
Yeah, but that
Yeah, that's a
outfit
good
was one of
picture.
my favorites. It was one of them that got stolen. I
Mm,
had a I had the cute little red one, and then I had a cute little black one, and they kind of scrunchy down at the bottom, and they
right.
barely went down below the cheeks of my butt. Princess
Um,
OPD in the house, Utah
Hi,
Pride.
Princess.
But
There's
anyway,
other
oh
people
yeah,
coming that probably flooded.
I still have my fur coat though. They didn't get it. My
No.
floor length fur coat. They didn't get my mink stole. They didn't get my mink jacket. They didn't get none of that
Princess,
shit.
where are you?
I still got it. It's in my shed, yeah. Because I wasn't taking it with me. It wasn't packed. It
Oh,
wasn't packed up to go.
hang on.
So they didn't get it.
That's my phone. It's an advertisement.
What are you advertising? Hookers? Hookers and
Yeah,
blow?
my beaver.
We
My beaver.
advertising hookers and
I'm
blow today,
advertising my
y'all?
beaver. Anybody
Yeah,
want to see my
it's
beaver?
gonna be a fun chat today. We're gonna have hookers and blow up in this place. Hell,
I'll just put you on this phone.
yeah.
So they tried to tell me that they weren't gonna.
I decided we should have a fun time stream. Even though we can't have music, we could still have fun, and we
So
could shake it on.
what
Hey,
they
Danita, did you bring hookers or blow, honey? You have to contribute to the party. Either one. Either one will be fine. We're having a
just
party
tell them.
today.
Yesterday, I went back to go and get another tomato plant, and
Right.
I got another cherry tomato plant. And I found I've never seen red basil before in my life, so I
Oh,
picked
I've
that
never
up.
seen it either.
I've never seen red basil, guys. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
put that in the
hookers and
pot.
blow. Hookers and blow, Danita. Yeah, we be partying it down, girl. Hey, we ain't getting no younger. We might as well put it on out there. Let's get us some hookers and some blow. We got a show. Yeah,
So it rained last night, but look what
it's
I
just
found.
always it don't rain here, but if you look at the grass, it's covered in those moisture beads. You
You
know what
see
I
all
mean?
this?
Just in the dew. So the ground is soaking wet when you wake up every morning. I think it's drier down where my end, where I'm fixing to move to, which I'll be glad when I get moved down there. I need that drier air. I don't need the morning dew air that comes up here on
You
this
see this
end.
part?
Yeah, that is different.
Okay, so this is something I picked up. This is all for parsley. Okay, this is oregano. I have the
Yeah, but
same oregano.
is that
That's sage.
parsley,
Yeah,
or
curled parsley.
is that partially, or partially?
And this is Greek oregano or
Yeah.
Italian oregano.
Oh, I love
And this one
oregano.
here is
Oregano, I
sage.
put it in everything.
Yeah, this is
Oregano is
sage,
the bomb. Yep.
rosemary,
Come on
and on
in,
the back
people. Look at
here,
the wild bunch up in here today.
you got your thyme.
Oh, I love
So
thyme.
thyme, so some
Yeah,
thyme, and
thyme
then
is
what we
good for
can
a lot
do,
of things. Um,
rosemary.
well, you could go over what each of those little things are good for. Um, when you talk about the plants, because
Right.
a lot of people don't even know what thyme is for, or rosemary, or any of that. I mean, I know you can mix them. You can use them in pickling spices.
Yes.
Use them to season soup.
I just clip everything. I will clip this part,
Right.
and
You
I
could
take
dry
it
them out,
downstairs, and
and
I'll put it in a
you can make your
cheesecloth.
own spices.
I
Right.
put it with, yeah, I put it with
Isn't that what
the
you do with
chives,
them?
that are in here as well,
Right. Oh yeah,
and I
oregano. I put oregano in everything. I'm not kidding.
onions,
A pinch of
chives.
oregano, bam, the meal
Hmm.
is complete.
But I got two of those rosemaries, and then we went. Hang on a second, I'll take my slippers off. We went and we grabbed.
I was gonna, if I can find them here. Oh, there they are. I wanted to show you
That
my
comes.
new.
Sorry about that. I can smell them.
Yeah, but hang on a minute, because I'm fixing to change something for you real quick. But I got to do something first.
And these are the chives that I keep like over here where I got the lilies. So they tried telling me that if we weren't going to put on the water downstairs, I had a water fight
Check it.
with management last night. I
Check
said you
his
better fix it.
glasses. Hey, check them.
Mm. Check the
Check the
lights.
glasses.
Oh, look at you, Ninja Turtle.
Oh yeah.
She's rocking it out. So this
Ain't they
basil
cute?
is
Aren't
red.
they just cute? Oh, they're big. They're huge.
Have you
I
guys
think
ever
these
seen
go right along with hookers and blow and spices.
red basil? Seriously.
I
So I'm
think
going to
they're
put that in
cute
a
as they
pot.
could be. I just thought I'd show y'all my new glasses. Um,
Let's take
to
them
add
aside.
to my
Come on.
collection of glasses. Thank you, Emily. How are you today?
Hi, Emily. Always drama going on another stream. I decided I'm leaving.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
Well, no,
just
you can only help them so much, right? And then it's one of them.
honey.
It's
Oh, our favorite other
honey.
Canadian is here. Our honey, and we have good news, everyone. Honey got her bicycle returned
Yeah,
because
honey.
we,
Guess
as
what?
the community, was going to buy her a new one, right? Except for we didn't have to, because she got her bike returned. Flat flat tire and all. She got it back, Bubba. It's hookers and blow, honey. Get ready.
Oh no! Here we go. When was
There you
this?
go. Okay, now show them and tell them. This is show and tell on the plants this morning.
Are they live?
We're going to kind of mix a lot of things together.
Hang
Oh,
on.
I got up this morning and I watched AC and Asmer's
Oh yeah.
the No More Bombs, No More
Yeah,
PG this
I was
morning.
just about to watch that because I saw AC. He's on his travels.
Yeah, you wait a little bit because the chat hasn't came back up yet. If you want to see the chat too, um,
The
Because yeah, what I was watching, you couldn't see the chat. It hasn't re-upped yet. Yeah,
No, I was
re-uploaded.
just
Yeah.
gonna. I'll press it after.
Peppers, hookers
But
and blow, girl. Yep, you at the right party. Where's Rodders? This is also no panty party. Rodders her Becker's husband Rodders throws the best no panty parties in all of YouTube. So we're up this morning. We got hookers and blow, no panties. We got Honey's bike back, and guess what? We're over here snorting herbs this morning. Yep, yep, yep. We're gonna snort. Which one is that purple one you showed? I think that one looks pretty good. We're gonna snort it first. The purple cat. What was that purple one you were showing us?
oh, that's red basil.
Oh, red basil. Yeah, we're gonna snort red basil right off the bat, Becker's hell.
Red basil and green basil, of
But
course.
I was so happy that Honey got her bike back. Honestly, I really was. There, Cheap Seats come in snipping. He came in snipping. Yep, just rip them panties off, girl. Sling them in the air. We know you don't care. Just throw them anywhere. This
Whoa.
is how you do it around here.
Yeah, fling them.
Sling
Fling
them
them and sting
panties.
them. Fling them
Hey,
and sting them.
hang them on the outside of your doorknob. I guarantee you nobody will knock all day long. That's kind of like a keep out, do not disturb sign. If you hang your undies on the outside of the doorknob,
Hang them
even
on
the
the antenna.
mailman won't leave your mail that day. I'm not kidding. Yeah, it's better than motel signs.
Seriously, hang them on the antenna.
Yep. We
Or do like,
decided to have us a fun party stream today. We can't have music, but we can
oh,
make
I
it up
knew
as
you
we
were
go
there.
along. And
What's
and
up,
by
Miss Liberty?
tomorrow, I'm going to be a hooker, and I'm going to be snorting blow and
Can
doing
you
all
drop the
this
link?
other shit. Okay? No, because this is what's going to get spread around. AC.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying. Can
I
you
got
drop
up
the
and
link? And you
watched
saying
you
no?
early. I watched. I love your white hat though, the one you always wear. That white hat just suits you so well, AC.
Oh,
Let me,
shit.
yeah, and so we figured since you're having a no more bombs party, we're gonna have a no panty party with hookers and blow. How's that sound?
So wait, you're
'Cause,
having no more. You're giving it up now.
yeah, you
You're done with
retiring
it.
from the PB industry. Can
Okay,
I have
drop
an
him a link so
autograph?
we can
I want
talk.
an autograph though. If he's retiring from the PB
Wait,
industry, I gotta have an autograph.
he needs
Come
to see my
on up.
beaver.
Come on up. Look at that sexy man up here. He is one of the sexiest men in frickin' YouTube. He is. Man,
Mm.
that smile just tears me up. It just makes me want to
It's
start
his giggle
dancing.
that gets us going.
Watch him.
Your
Look at the
giggle.
look on. Look at his little looky. Look at that look on his little face.
You want to see my beaver? I want to show you my
Yeah,
beaver. Come on.
yeah. Let's
Can
go.
you
We're
see
gonna see Cat's
fattening and
Beaver, AC.
yeah? Remember, it's Beavergate 2022. I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
give you
see
my
Cat's
beaver.
Beaver. We
I'll
got
even show
hookers
you
and
the black
blow.
duck
Hey, women are hanging their undies outside on their doorknob today, so
on the
nobody
antenna.
disturbs
Oop,
them.
oop.
Banjo, you got here just in time, honey. Rip them
Ding,
panties
ding,
off and
ding,
fling
ding,
them in
ding,
the
ding,
air like
ding.
you just don't care.
It's banjo. Every time I see banjo, ding, 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 ding.
Oh yeah, Danita wants to see you, AC. AC's a good looking fella. He might be driving this morning. He's a working man,
That
He
doesn't
might be on his
matter.
way to
He
work.
doesn't care. He's mounted. Don't you forget, he's already mounted. He just can't read every single comment because he's got to make sure he's driving.
Right, yeah, he's got to keep
If
his
he's in the
eyes on the
car,
road. I figured he's
eyes
driving.
on the road.
Yeah, keep your eyes on the road. Only one of them though. The other one's on my ass cheeks, baby.
Oh,
Because I've been working it this morning.
and
Yeah, I've been up and got my exercise going on, got my blood pumping and flowing. If I do this early in the morning, boy, I'm ready for the
you guys
whole
see the
day and
Benga
I can get a
boys.
lot done. Yeah. Oh,
Benga
he's a
boys.
good looking man, Danita. You haven't seen Authority Check? Oh my God, he's got the
Ding,
sexiest
ding,
smile
ding,
on all
ding.
of
Authority
YouTube.
check it doesn't have his wrench.
No, he does too, don't he?
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Hang
He's
on.
the only
Well,
naked one in the group. Huh.
uh,
You want
hang
him naked.
on.
We get it. We get it.
Let me look. What
Here
the fuck?
comes his wrench. Authority check. You want to see me? Want to see me dance?
Okay. Okay, you got some pants on. Now rip them bitches back off. He's got his blue.
He's got his blue suit on now, and now her audio went. Zip. That's AC, no wrench. I know.
He's got it now. He's
He's
got it
stalking me.
now.
No, I'm
Honey,
kidding.
I didn't know you didn't have your blue suit on in here. Shit. Now rip that bitch off and let's see what you look like.
Yeah. Type now, authority.
There's Happy. Yeah, no, he's got it now. I had to give all the wrenches back.
Yeah, we just gotta wait for him to type.
He's
Then he'll
got
be
it
blue.
now. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Hey, girl, okay. You turn her off if you want to.
Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that one again.
No, we're not doing
We
that
got
again.
trouble. Yeah, we got trouble last time.
We got in
That's
shit for. I
okay.
got in shit for that. They started doing Janice, so I said,
Well, yeah,
"Stop it!
they started
Stop it!
striking her shit now.
Stop
They
it!"
used to not. They used to not strike her shit, but they started doing it.
Yeah, because he's from 1966. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a
Good
Mercedes
morning.
Yeah.
Benz?
How
Yeah,
you doing,
cheap
ladies?
seats, but hey, all you gotta
Mm.
do is hang them panties on your doorknob outside, and I guarantee you, if you want to get your housework done without being bothered, nobody will knock on your door. I guarantee it. It's kind
I'm
of
going
like going to the
commando.
motel when you put
I'll
that
get
"Do
it.
Not Disturb" sign out. Yeah, you will not be disturbed,
Good morning,
especially if you
ladies.
put
I'll
a pair
try
with a
this
big
again.
skid mark in them. Throw a
Y'all want
pair
to see
out
me
there
be
with a big
friends?
old 4-inch skid mark. Hell, how you doing this morning there, Miss Black Widow lady?
I'm feeling pretty good
You're the
today.
hooker. Never
Don't
mind.
have to go to town. Yes, I'm the hooker.
She's
You
the lead
officially have the
hooker
hooker now.
Yeah, we're
and
having
the
a party.
Skinner.
We got
Well, you
hookers and
officially have the
blow,
hooker. As
no
long as you got
panties.
the blow, we're
We got
ready to
it
go.
all today.
You're the hooker and the Skinner. Hey, you know what? That song I would put for Hippie. He's so slow. He was on Dolly Parton. It was Venga Boys. Boom, 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 boom. I want a double boom.
Cheap seat don't
Boom,
trust me
boom, boom.
when I'm
Let's go
Yeah, it's a
back
pantless.
to
great
my room where
Cheap
we
seat
can
thinks
do
I'm up
it
to
all night.
something when I'm
together.
up
And you
ripping
can make
panties
me
off
feel
this
right.
early. A penny
Boom, boom,
party.
boom, boom.
Yeah,
I want a double boom.
I love
Let's
the
get
way
the
Honey
night
Honey
together.
called hey
Together in my
cat.
room.
Look, Honey calls them panties, like pannis, like pansies, only without the S. Honey always calls them panties. I love the way that girl talks. Her little accent just comes through so clear. So what are we up to this morning, ladies? We staying out of trouble?
I'm in a great mood because I don't have to go to town today.
Oh,
I'm
that's
in a great mood
wonderful.
because I did all my stuff.
Well, I've been debating on getting a little bit more, getting some more of this little stuff moved down to my new camp spot. But I'm thinking about possibly going to the
Happy
laundromat
Pride.
later.
A whole month here, Princess OPD in Toronto. Why don't you get your arse up here? Come party with us.
So I also got something really great yesterday, Stella.
Oh, you got a Prezi?
I got myself a Prezi. I went to
That's
town
okay.
to
It's Prezi.
I went to
What'd you
town to
get?
do my stuff,
Uh-huh.
and I had to pick up my oldest daughter from work after dinner. And
Right.
we were early, so we went for a little cruise, and I found a store I'd never seen before. And when we go for cruises, I like to take roads I've never been down, so I learn more about the city.
I do that a lot.
And we went down this road I'd never been down, and I found this little store
Yeah, you
that
do that a
sells
lot.
specialty meat, and they had elk steaks.
Oh, did they? They got
Oh man,
So
bison
we
I
are
out
thought
here.
you
having
were gonna
elk
tell me
steaks for
you
dinner
went in where
tonight.
the strippers buy their clothes and you got you
Keep your eye
of
open for
one of them
bison.
fancy little dance outfits. Damn it. Get my hopes
Nikki,
up there for a minute. But it's okay. We gotta have food too.
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
out
yeah,
that
but
way,
I'm just
Nikki,
excited because that's my favorite meat, and I haven't had elk in a couple years because nobody's gone hunting because of the drought.
But
mm,
So
we don't got elk here. But my great grandson, he killed 2 deers this year. He got an 8-point buck and a doe, and he's 9 years old, by the way. But his grandpa took him to Texas to do the kids hunting. When they have the special hunting thing for the children.
hmm.
and he killed 2 deer this year. He didn't get
Nice.
anything though on the turkey. I'm gonna have to teach him how to turkey hunt
Hey
because
I think I'd be a
Banjo.
good duck hunter.
Hey Banjo, for congestion, try oregano tea. It'll clear your
Oh,
nose and
that's
empty
so
out your
funny. I
chest.
was just showing my herbal thing upstairs.
Well, Banjo said they're having trouble breathing with the pollen and the humidity, and
Mm-hmm.
oh I know
oregano
it's that
tea's the
way here.
stuff.
Listen to my voice, and it ain't gonna change till I get out of this freaking damp weather, and then I'll get my voice all the way back again, and then I can really cut loose. Oh,
Oh,
when
and I
we get
got
down,
good news,
when I get
Stella.
to the lake, honey, it's gonna be a whole nother ball game. You're gonna see me. I mean, I am gonna be out there strutting that shit, girl.
And I got good news, Stella. Um, you know my
Go
state's
ahead.
on fire, right?
Yes.
Well, right on top of one of the fires yesterday, we had a huge flash flood.
Isn't
Yay.
that fantastic?
I mean, it's not great in the burn scar because it causes some landsliding,
Yeah, but
but
it
a
did
fire
put
will get
some of
put
the
out.
fire
I
out,
mean, you're
didn't it?
getting ready for
Well, I don't know if it put it out,
okay.
but it made a dent.
Okay, well that's perfect, AC. Hell, I want to see what kind of boxers you're wearing today. Are they solid or plaid?
Give us a moon. No, I'm just
I,
kidding.
I know
Please
he's a,
don't.
I know AC is a boxer kind of man. Okay,
No, we
now
don't
you
want
know
to.
you got the well, you got the men that wear
I
the little
I
brief,
vote I vote
you
boxer
know,
briefs.
and the
I
boxer
vote boxer
briefs, which are
briefs
the
for AC.
long-legged
Superman underwear.
boxers. Yeah, but I picture him as being straight up boxer, man. Let that shit dangle.
Nope,
Put
my
Thursday's
husband
underwear
boxer
on.
briefs.
That says Thursday. you
You saw his
remember those
underwear?
underwears? Do you remember those underwears? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
I used to
Daddy.
have all those, Cat,
Yeah.
and I used to wear them. I sported them proudly too.
Bloomingdale's.
Oh, I used to
Oh,
love going to
shit.
all those cute little dress shops in the mall. I still got my little boy shorts. I got my black and orange Harley Davidson ones. They're black with the orange Harley Davidson across the backside, and
Yeah.
I've got the black ones with the white skeleton handprints on the ass cheeks. And those are just cute as they can fucking be.
Mine runs around with Playboy, like I told you.
They're boy shorts though. You know, they kind of look like boys' underwear, but they're real short and your ass
Yeah.
cheeks hang out.
Like
Yeah.
boxer briefs. Yeah.
No, they're
They're
short.
most
Yeah, but they're
comfortable.
shorter than that. All your stuff falls out.
If
I
you're
mean,
a girl, you
well,
can
it
wear boys'
does.
underwear. I don't know about boys wearing girls' underwear. If you want to, go ahead. Knock yourself out. I don't want to see it.
Actually, there was a poll taken years ago, and most men voted that women look sexier in a pair of men's boxers with a wife beater. I'm not
Hmm.
kidding.
We do.
That won out over sexy nighties, naked, the whole 9 yards. That turns men on.
You want to hear something funny, Stella? So I don't wear underwear. I don't wear panties. I don't wear bras. Like underclothes. I don't see the purpose of them since we wash our clothes with every wearing nowadays. And underwear were so you had something clean on underneath your clothes because you couldn't wash them every day.
Well, not thongs, honey. Thongs are made so you can pull them up out the top of your shorts.
So, well,
And
wait, let me finish. So I don't
yeah,
wear them typically,
oh,
but men, for some reason, are more turned on by something on you that they can see through than nothing. So when I get ready for bed, I'll put on a cute pair of panties to go to bed in.
yeah, like those lacy thongs that you can see through.
Right, because I see them as
Well,
lingerie
everybody,
instead of
people used
functional
to get
anymore.
mad, because in my neighborhood in Arkansas, I really don't have any neighbors except for Psycho Nut across the street. And so before he moved in there, it was all okay because my other neighbor, he was cool, and his girlfriend was my best friend, the whole 9 yards. So when I would get out and mow my lawn in my black thong, nobody said a word, nobody paid no attention to it. And then Psycho neighbor moved in, and it started making him all horny. That's how he got interested in me, was watching me mow my lawn in my thong. But it was a bikini thong. It wasn't underwear thong, you know.
Honey, I've tried a lot of things, and I'm very proud of that fact because I always want to try new stuff, but I have yet to try moose. I would love to have some of your stew.
Oh, I got some cheap seats. I've got some that I'm gonna have my daughter do. You know, she's got that printing equipment, and I bought a big package of huge, huge granny panties. These are huge, and I have got some ideas behind putting some printing on them. Oh, anyway,
You gonna do the orange is the new black thing and wear them and sell them?
well, I could, but these are way too big for me. But um, actually, I found a really good picture of Jose that I'd snapped of his big old ass crack and his back tits hanging down over his ass crack. And I was going to put that on the back, okay? And then I was going to have her like make some smudgy brown kind of around the edges, kind of look like a big skid mark, a shit stain or whatever. And then on the front side, he got beat up one time and he looked like a Mongolian, had big old black eyes and shit. I was going to put that on the front of him, have his face on the front and his big ass crack on the back with his stains on there. I want to make a pair like that. That's one pair I had in mind. But I need to make a pair for Yakety Ann. That girl, hey, I swear I woke up in the middle of the night. I unsubscribed to this guy, right? So people are always dropping me the links. Go over there, they're talking shit about you. So I was nosy and bored. I was going to sleep anyway. And I went over there, started listening to them. And Lordy be, this woman's 70, right? I'm 67. She's 70. She's a little older than me. But I tell you, she is so worried about how I look. She's worried about my look so bad. But she face apps all her photos. You know, this one's not face app. Ain't none of my pictures face
I
apped.
don't I don't get that, Stella. Like, I don't wear makeup, I don't do hairspray, I don't do bras. I don't do anything like that because it's uncomfortable. But in the
Yep.
long run, it to me it also feels kind of like lying. And I'm not
Well, this
accusing other
picture
people
I
of lying
did
if
have
they wear it,
makeup
but
on in
it
this
feels
one
like it to
because,
me.
well, this picture has makeup because I was going out for New Year's. See, on those occasions I wear makeup, right? But
Well,
normally I
I
just
don't know how to
I
apply
don't put
makeup.
makeup
I
on every
never
day.
learned.
Lipstick, I don't
Did
put
you
none
just
of
say
that
you don't know
on.
how to apply makeup?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know how to apply
Okay.
makeup. I never learned.
Then I'm going to give you a one-on-one tutorial
Well, my daughter has tried to
on
teach me, but I never got good at it because I just don't enjoy the way it
Well,
feels on me.
chances
l-
are your daughter's putting too much on and you don't
well,
want
let
too
me
much.
explain to you how I learned
Eyes
everything.
and lips.
When I went to college, in college, okay, one of the first things they taught me how to walk properly, how to turn like you're a runway model, right? They taught
Oh,
me how to get in and out of a car with your legs crossed and not showing your vajayjay. You know, when you spread your legs wide open, climbing in and out of your car in a dress. They also taught me how to uh, put on makeup. They taught me how to properly set a table for dinner, which side of the plate, the fork, the spoon, the salad fork, your wine glass, your water glass, the proper way to set a table. They taught me everything I would need to know in life to be classy,
Right.
right?
It's one of those
So,
etiquette
yeah,
things.
but it just came with my college classes I was taking.
It's
I
an
just
That's
don't.
etiquette
how I
course.
learned,
I just don't
right?
bother with any of it. And
But
like, I have this
like if
one
you've got
picture.
small eyes and you want to make them look bigger,
Yeah,
then
you accentuate your eyes.
you use a lighter colored shadow and kind of
Mhm.
layer it, you know?
That's what I mean. It's always to make you look different than you look. So I never really cared for it. But
Right.
I
Well, I
I have a
always have
picture.
squinty
I have a
eyes.
picture that Yeshua's return made for me. I use
Right.
as an avatar sometime, and everybody thinks I put a filter on it, but he actually went in and did artwork on it. Like he painted it.
You
He
cleaned it
painted
up.
my picture,
Right.
like
No,
digitally, if you know what I
they've
mean.
got an airbrush
Yeah.
now just for
Airbrushing.
putting on makeup. My daughter's
And
got one.
I love the picture he did of me because it looks like I have makeup on done right. You know what I mean?
That's the one that
So
you have your
sometimes I use it
avatar,
as my
right?
avatar because I think, oh wow, that's what I would look like if I knew how to do makeup right.
But now
That's like
my
from
daughter,
Snapchat.
there's my Pansy.
Angie.
Yes, yes, white wine with fish. Yeah, I think
And red with meat.
red wine goes with red
Meat.
meats. Right.
with meat. Yeah,
With steak and that type of thing. Yes.
I took a course as well.
Tangy, you turn me on. And
Because
then you
out here
turn
you can go
me
to the
out.
winery tours and
Tangy,
you
you're
get
gonna love
drunk.
meeting me. I'm not kidding. Dude,
Danita K,
I'm one silly ass, funny bitch. I really am.
Danita
You
K,
get,
most women see it as enhancing themselves, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just for me
Oh,
personally,
well, now my daughter
I
did a
don't
face app
recognize
one
myself
time.
with makeup, so it makes
Not a
me
face
feel
app.
fake.
yeah, the foundation,
My
it
daughter used some kind of makeover
melting,
thing, but she took my piercings out of my face.
melting. Yeah,
Yeah,
the foundation
with
makes
her
you feel like you're
fancy
melting.
makeup tools because she never really liked my facial piercings. So she did a picture one day where she actually removed, and you couldn't tell they were gone, but they were there. She took them out. I thought that was kind of oddball, but I didn't like the picture. That's why I don't ever put that picture up. I've got it somewhere.
So guess what? You know how I cleared it downstairs? I was looking over my balcony last night. I had two squirrels wrestling in my garden downstairs. They tried to tell me that they weren't going to put the water on downstairs, Nikki, Stella,
Well,
Chad.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I saw that, honey, that they took your hose away for your garden bed
you
downstairs.
know I was pissed off, right? So I went downstairs, and of course there was people in the office. As soon as I raised my voice, I take pictures throughout the whole pandemic, and it's one of those. Do you want me to start putting it on YouTube and open it and show you
yeah, Danita,
that you weren't in the office?
I would love to have one of those.
These are
I
things
got a
that I use
question though,
against the
girl.
Nikki.
Hey, I do have a question. Do you think, where I had that nose cancer removed, I still got this little dip in my nose? And now I've got this preppy little nose. I never had a prep nose before. I got one now, but I've still got a little dip where they took that cancer out. Could I just take like a small piece of bubble gum and press it down in there and smooth it over and then kind of do some of that
I
airbrush
wouldn't
makeup over it?
I wouldn't use bubble gum, but they definitely have face putty you can use if you wanted to do something like that. It
I think that would look great,
at like
don't you?
Sephora. I've seen it. I go with my daughter over there to the
Yeah.
mall, and at Sephora they have like a face putty so you can adjust
Well, I
blemishes.
just thought maybe on special occasions when I'm going out, just to party and hang out, and I want to just look good. Um,
Thank you for finishing that in the chat, Crafty. I was wondering if you got your hose.
Oh, I fought. I fought in
I
front
put
of.
this
Hang
picture
on
up
a
today
second,
for
Stella, because
Pansy.
when it comes down to equality and fairness, you had two white people, uh, another one from the east, okay, and Asia. So I sat there and I thought, mm-mm. I'm standing right at the doorway saying, "Do you want me to actually take it?" And I have the payer. We pay our taxes here and our
Well, I
maintenance
wonder,
fees.
hey,
So
how
it's
do
one of
men
them.
feel
Do you want
about
to actually
facial
come at
hair
me again? You want to come
on
at me
women?
again and lose your job? Because I'll take you down. That's
Do
why
men
use
like
your
facial
camera,
hair
guys,
on
okay?
women? I always
Yeah.
wondered about that.
Yes, there is.
So,
I know
as
somebody
far
who
as
has a beard.
if
Do any of the men here though prefer women that have a little mustache or a little facial hair
my poor
on the
daughter,
women?
she's 11 and she's starting to go through, the that age thing,
Changes.
and she's starting to develop a mustache on her upper lip, and she's like, "Mom, I'm not supposed to have a mustache. That's for boys." And I'm like, "Honey, some
Well,
girls get them."
tell her don't mess with it right now because it'll just grow back thicker.
Oh,
It's
I
like
don't even let her
eyebrows.
shave her hair on her legs yet. She's got some hairy legs already, and I don't even let her shave that yet because she's
Oh,
not
I'd let
ready.
her do that. The hairy legs would be fine. You know, it
Well,
would
I'm
make
just
her
Absolutely
feel more
not.
like a
she's
young
only 11.
lady.
I'm worried about like her cutting herself and stuff. I I
She'll
just
do it
get nervous
anyway.
about it, but I'm gonna have to
Get
teach
her a
her soon.
triple edge razor, and she won't
She's
cut
going to come
herself.
across a friend like me that
Just get
shows
her a
her how
good
to do it.
Well,
shaver.
I'm gonna have to teach her soon because poor thing, she's very self conscious about her hairy legs.
Well, I
It will
matured at
be.
11. At 11, I mean, I had, size C cup boobs. I looked good. I looked like I was 16 at age 11. I matured very early for my
Yeah,
age. Some girls do.
she's
Um,
wearing junior Mrs. mediums. Like she's not a small girl. She's developing. She's got big thighs and hips, and already getting her her breasts. It's scary. I don't want her to grow up. I already
I
have one
took my
adult daughter. It's
granddaughter for her
scary.
first bra. I remember doing that. Her mama didn't even take her for her first things like that. I did it because I was the one that always took her shopping. I bought her everything up until she graduated high school. I bought all her school clothes, her school supplies. I bought everything for her. I just loved that child. Um,
But the question about facial hair on men, um, I think it depends on the man. Like my current partner, he looks great with a goatee, but he works
I
with
love a
hazmat, so he
goatee.
can't keep facial hair because he might have to put like a gas mask on and it won't seal. And he looks great without it. My late husband uh, had a goatee and had never seen him without facial hair. And at one point, he shaved his face, and I told him to never do it again. Like he did not look good without his
Some men
goatee.
don't look good with no hair. They don't. But Evan, Slab City News, he
Yoda,
shaved here
my daughter
recently.
has a
And man,
22,
that man's finer than Frog's hair, completely shaved. But he's growing his beard back out already.
but I keep it in the gun safe when we're not using it, not in her room. But she does have a 22 so she can learn, so that when she turns 12, I can sign her up so she can get drawn for the hunt.
I
She
bought
really
my
wants to go
granddaughter,
hunting.
my last granddaughter that was born, I bought her first 22 for her second birthday. But it's one of those that only you put one shell in at a time, and it actually has a key. You have to unlock it to load the shell into it.
Well,
So it's very safe. You know what I'm saying?
she has a 22, and then for Christmas I give them money and let them pick their presents because it's just I'm not a rich person and I can't afford to guess. And I can't afford to buy everything that they want, so I
Well,
give them a
I hate
limit.
buying gifts that they don't want. They'll never use. They'll
Yeah,
never
so I
wear.
give
They'll
them a
throw them
limit and they
away.
pick. And
So I
Mahita,
would take them shopping to
yes,
tell
that's
them,
what we
here's
do.
your limit. You
Yep,
know, what
that's
do
what
you
we do. And
want?
my
Tell
Mahita
me where
picks
you
this
want to go
year.
shopping. I'll take you. I'll pay. And her sister, um, had a different dad, of course, always had to go with her. And her sister was always, because she wore like same size shoes she wore and things. So she was always egging her to pick out stuff she wanted, because I noticed things going on, I'm not blindsided.
Well, I
So
did that
I had
with
to
my
kind of
daughter for
keep a
Christmas.
watch on it to make sure it was stuff she really wanted, not stuff her stepsister was trying to coerce her out of, right?
Well, I got my daughter her money and we went down and she decided to go to Sportsman and she got herself a youth compound bow and a set of BB guns because I keep her, like I said, I keep her rifle locked when we're not at the range or out in the
I gave
country.
up on BB guns. I tried to reload that CO2 cartridge, and I gave it to my son.
Well,
Every
I
time I
got
went
her,
to reload it, no, all the CO2 would spew out. You
she
know how
got a
expensive
set
that shit
that's
is.
a rifle and a handgun that are airsoft. And then she got this really nice youth compound bow. And she is so good with the bow. Like that girl hits her target.
I'm just better off with my 9 millimeter with
She's
my
such a
hollow
little
point,
sportsman.
double
You got
jacketed
bad
hollow
axe
point.
throwing yet over there?
Yeah, she's going to
No,
be a little Amazon woman, crafty.
you don't have that yet.
See, Doug
It's
knows. He
been
looks
up
way
here for a
younger
bit.
when he goes clean shaven. Yeah, cheap
Hang on,
seat.
Stella.
See,
I'm asking Nikki. Do
oh,
you have bad axe throwing? Do you
I have
guys?
nothing growing yet. We're still building my greenhouse and
No,
I can't
bad
grow
axe.
anything because the voles take it all.
No, 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 no. You're talking archery. Do you have bad axe? Like take an axe and throw it.
Oh, like axe throwing. There's like places for that here, but we haven't done any of
Yeah,
that. My mom and her husband do axe throwing at their house. They have a setup, and the girls
right.
get to do that there because her husband's really into throwing the
No,
axes.
because
So
they
well,
they have
I
have
a
never did
they
axe
have places
throwing,
here
but
for
I
that.
got into throwing knives.
It,
But they got
same
to be
thing.
balanced. Throwing knives, a good set of throwing knives has to be perfectly balanced in order for them to
But if they're
throw
bringing you
right.
back towards the Scottish games and stuff like that, right?
so
So same with the Vikings, how they would whip their axes right above your head.
yep.
So
So
these are
Yoda,
targets that the
you look
kids
5
are
without
starting to
facial hair.
practice.
Yoda, you look 5 without facial hair.
15.
Yeah,
You
Crafty,
young, Hilda?
the axes scare me, so I don't participate in that. But my mom and like I said, my mom and her husband are really into that, and the girls get to check it out.
Hey. Oh,
They're
look.
Long
actually
hair.
exposed to a
Oh,
lot of cool
Captain
Mexican
stuff.
long hair is gray. Is he supposed to
Man,
be gray?
looky here. And I know he don't have a wrench. Let me get him
No, I
one.
don't.
Ooh, there's
Oops, where's
MLH.
he at
Hey,
here?
how
There
you?
he is.
Does he want to
Yep,
see my beaver?
there you go, baby.
Sorry, dear, you gotta have burning
Do
with you if you want me to get turned on.
I got your blue
Ellie
suit
saw
on
my
you,
beaver.
MLH. They can't knock you out in here, honey. Yeah, you want to see Cat's beaver? Cat's going to show us
Ellie
her
saw my
beaver here in a
beaver.
little bit.
She saw it live in action.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Ellie.
Ellie.
Yeah, good to see you and MLH. I stop in and watch MLH's shows, and I leave him a
Oh,
like.
amigo.
But yeah, when people have something going on in there, I don't even go in there chatting and interrupting. I just watch or listen. But I do come by often and leave you a like and visit your channel and give you my view.
Yes, MLH, if you got Bernie with you, I'm absolutely turned on. She's sitting next to you. You got me. I love that lady. She's so fun.
Well, I did shave
My
my
beaver.
beaver the other day, y'all.
I'm
It's
telling you, he
summertime.
was big. He was a big
Oh,
boy.
that
And
kind.
he was
Morning, Glenn.
taking the water out of his pelt. That's
No, it
what
was
he
a
was
Oh,
cool
doing.
video, Kat.
Yeah, because he was taking water out of his pelt. So you see him he looked almost like a little bear. And he's squeezing his tail, and then he goes over to the other side, and then I'll come back over, and then he goes back over to the other side, and he comes back over. But yeah, I was
well,
looking for the swan.
I thought you meant the other kind of beaver. I was just letting y'all know that I did shave mine the other day.
You
Emily,
mowed your lawn.
I wonder
I
about that,
mowed my
Stella.
lawn.
To me, it seems odd that a man would be attracted
Emily
to
Rose.
a private region that's hairless because that's pre-puberty. Once you have
Right.
puberty, you got hair. So to me, it feels almost pedophilic to want a woman to not
No,
have hair.
well, here's my gig. I have a tattoo, okay? And if I don't shave it, it all hangs out my bathing suit. And the only thing I can do at that point is either curl it with hair curlers and have hair curlers hanging out of my bathing suit. It's summertime, you know? And I like to look a little presentable when I'm at the swimming hole. I don't want curlers and all that hanging out the bottom of my legs of my bathing suit. So, um, yeah, hair's the baptist wear.
It's her audio.
Mine?
Yeah.
Is it
I
I
don't know.
mine?
hear
I
it.
just see hairless pussy as not mature.
It's
That's in
fine.
my
Okay.
mind.
It's okay
A
now.
hairless
Well,
pussy is not a mature one.
I didn't never really do that until I got my tattoo. And then if you don't
Stop.
shave it, you can't see it, you know? And I might want
Sometimes
to
you need
show
a
it to
hedge
some,
trimmer, Doss says. Doss
but I
needs a
might want to
wrench. He
show it to
hasn't.
some fine fella, one of these days. And so I want to be ready.
Emily, you've been coming back a bit. I hadn't seen you much for a while.
Well, she's feeling a bit better, I hope.
Was she unwell, Kat? I didn't know that.
She wasn't well. She had kidney stones. We must take
Ah,
her.
that's why I hadn't seen her. Well, I'm glad you're back.
Yeah.
I hope that does mean you're feeling better, Emily.
Daz is here too. Let me check Daz for a wrench. Make sure he's
Yeah, he
got it.
doesn't have one. I
I'll
said
get it.
he didn't have one. He need,
Okay. I'm on it. I'm getting everybody wrenched back up. There you
all
go,
right.
Daz.
Good morning, Nikki. Princess Nikki.
No, I'm with you, honey, about trimming. I don't know. And again, these are just things I think of for myself. I'm not judging anybody else for what they do, like with the way I don't wear makeup and whatnot. Those are personal choices. It's not like I say, oh, those girls wear makeup. They're horrible
Well, I
people. I
never
just
did this.
choose not to
I
do it
never
myself.
shaved when I
Oh,
was
darling.
younger. Like I said, I never did it until I got my tattoo. And then after that, it's if it's going to be seen at all, you have to be shaved, you know. So I just
And
leave a
good morning,
little like a
Toya.
racing stripe, you know.
You didn't
So
even
did
see
you
Mickey
notice my name
Gamus?
change, Stella?
I
I
sure
noticed.
did. Is someone
Are you driving
calling
my
you a
car?
Black Widow?
Oh yeah, I got the cleeps, honey. I got the cleeps. ASMR denies calling me it, but I got the cleeps of him calling me a
He called you a
rat-faced
Black
cunt and a black
Widow?
widow.
Really?
On
He just named
Hippies
you my
panel, no
car.
less
It's
crafty. On
okay. It's
Hippies
okay. It's
panel.
okay. My car. I called it the Black Widow. It died and I brought it back.
Well, I do have 2 dead husbands, so you know I
Tell
can't.
him, vroom vroom, we're coming to get
I've
you.
got 2 dead husbands, and they both
But
died in the same year, and they both lived in 2 different states, and they
well, no,
both
I was
died from
married to
heart
these ones
attack.
when they
I'm a
died,
better
Stella.
stalker than Joe Cool. I
They
won't
weren't
tell
my
you when I'm coming to
ex-husbands
your
when they died. They
state.
were my husband when they died. So yeah, I just you know how I am, Stella. When someone picks on me, I just own it.
Well, of
That's
course,
right.
that's the only way to do it. It's just own it. That's why I do the same thing. People get mad at me for it, but I don't care. You know, they're not hurting my feelers because
If
I don't
if I were
have any.
if I were a smart black widow, I would have bought bigger insurance policies.
I would have asked them if they had bigger insurance policies first before killing them off.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
If
I
I were
didn't
a
even
black
have
widow, I would.
insurance
Well, I
policies
was
on these
married to them. They
guys.
didn't have to have an
I know,
insurance
but
policy. I could have bought
make
it
sure they get a
myself if I was
work
Black Widow.
policy as well, sweetheart. This is why I say, last man standing and all. Uh, does your work have insurance? Is
Um,
everything, wrapped up in a
is
little
that
bow?
you, AC? Flip it
So if
one
you
more
die,
time, honey. No, it's okay.
Uh,
Oh,
I
I
mean, we
got
had
you. Yeah,
insurance.
okay.
Don't get me
You're
wrong,
good.
crafty,
You're good, babe. Come on up.
but as much money as he made, if I had known he was going to be gone, I definitely would have gotten more insurance.
right? That's what I'm saying. Always ask in advance. AC, do you have life insurance and does your work pay? If
My
something
work
were to
pays
happen to
for
you?
my
Harold.
work pays for life insurance, but it's not much. And to pay into a policy like that
Right.
is quite expensive. So
So if
a
something
little
were
more
to
than I can
happen,
afford.
Well, I,
Yeah,
if
I
something.
suggest, AC, I suggest as
I'm
the
being serious.
primary breadwinner in your family, and being that you work multiple jobs, which puts you at increased risks of early demise, no offense, I
Yeah.
Yep.
suggest that you find a way to afford at least, $50,000 in life insurance so that they have 6 months when you pass that your wife doesn't have to worry if something happens to you.
Go away.
Well, see,
Well,
the thing is, like, if
I
I do
tried to get
that,
life insurance, but
Uh
listen,
huh.
they lie. They tell you that you don't have to fill out. In other words, you don't have to fill out any questions and all that. And they lie. And because I have pre-existing conditions, I cannot get life insurance now. But
so
I always get to turn,
I
although
want
they tell you you can, but then they lie.
Yeah,
It's
you can go
why.
through the bank. Over here we have
to.
CPP that we can get our insurance on. Insurance is important. That's why I'm saying.
Good morning,
Do you
T.
have
So,
insurance with your job?
Weather Bear.
What were you saying, AC?
so to guarantee that, how do I put this? Um, I didn't marry a gold digger. I'm gonna guarantee that shit because
Okay,
if I put a life insurance on me, there may be an opportunity for her to snipe my ass. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So if I don't get life insurance, then automatically she. I mean, look, if she puts money to the side, I know about it.
Right. Well, I mean, you share the wealth,
Well,
you
and
share the
see,
money.
it's like what I was saying. If I had planned on doing in my husband's shit, I would have gotten much better life insurance. My first husband, we had no life insurance. My second husband, we only had twenty five
they wouldn't
thousand, and
even
that
let me
barely
get a
covered the
burial
funeral
plan.
expenses. You know.
Yeah,
I
my
couldn't even get a
father-in-law.
burial plan, y'all, because of pre-existing conditions. I'm telling you, they rip you off because they
See,
make
I've
you go
never
through
been
all
through
this
that.
just to get your information, and then they tell you that they don't turn anybody down due to pre-existing conditions, but they lie because they do.
Yeah, they will. Um,
Um, so
I
I'm
know you
kind of
can.
curious.
Hmm.
So Nick, you brought up shaving. especially specifically down there in the nether regions, in the no land. So
In the
I'm kind of
Netherlands.
curious. Okay, just to bring the topic back up because I popped on here because I was getting ready for work, so I popped back on here right when you were talking about all that. So, why does it have to be thought of like in that way? Why is it like shaving down there has to be thought of that way? Because I mean, for me, for example, I don't see it that way.
You mean
Each
the way
their
that I
own.
put it? That's just the way I see it, AC.
From
I
another
see
guy's perspective as well,
naked
like,
genitals as being prepubescent. I mean, in nature. Once you've gone through puberty, the genitals are no longer naked. So to me, naked ones appear like children's.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not.
but the same thing applies to your armpits. Same thing applies to your legs. Once you hit puberty, you grow hair there.
I don't
As a
see
female,
any of
you
those
shave
either.
all of that.
I don't.
You
Men
don't shave
even
that.
wax their nuts
I don't.
nowadays, y'all. I
I don't
mean,
have
men
enough
don't
of a
Now
like
you've
brain
men
given
on
don't like to
AC
have hair
AC.
visuals.
on
He
their
just
skin.
doesn't need for the whole day.
I'm a cancer survivor and I did chemotherapy, AC, so I don't have as much body hair as most people.
Well, I mean, okay, I can understand that, but once again, I mean, we're like we're talking about like when women shave their armpits and they shave their legs. Some people shave their arms because their hair
I knew women that shaved
is.
their
Some
face
people
after
that don't
wax.
have
Dude, I gotta
any
put you up
body
there. A
hair.
lot of blokes shave all them areas too.
They'll wax it off. They'll sugar. They'll use
Yep.
that
You're right.
sugar
It's
thing.
Dogs
not
these
just
days, a lot of
it's
men
not
do.
just females, it is males as well are doing the same sort of deal. It's like
Oh yeah.
it's not me. But I mean, you need a little bit of manscaping or a bit of female scaping, to get you as you're going along. But it doesn't have to be bald either.
No, you leave a little cute little racing stripe down it,
Fuck
you know?
that! I want
Each
you to see
their
my
own.
balls. When I'm getting a blowjob, I don't want somebody fucking coming up going coughing up pubes. Just saying.
Well,
Well,
that's
and it's
what
one of
we
those
call.
things. It's one of those
I
That's
things
agree.
that's
what we
to each
call
I do
their
agree
own.
with that,
But
AC.
on the other hand, I don't want to go down on somebody and cough up a fucking hairball either.
Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Yeah, you're not a cat.
No, those are all fair points, and it's to each their own.
Well, actually, that is a kitty to play with. So
I just find it unattractive to see a completely
I thought it was
naked
called dental
set of
floss.
genitals. They
What?
don't. It doesn't look right to me. That's how I feel about it. I don't say
But
everybody
all
But
has
the
like
to
modern
see
all
the
the
same
you've
modern
also
way.
been
generation
you've
men do
also
Personal
that
had
choice.
though.
chemotherapy and it's a lot thinner and things like that then so maybe you're already lucky and already female scaped.
And it's a lot more sanitary.
Oh no,
Um,
I believe in
Yeah.
trimming.
yeah. I mean,
Yes.
I just have
Like
good points
if a
to
woman
say
wants to wear a
about it.
bathing suit these days, those bathing suits are so skimpy. There's like no option but to trim. No matter, even me, I have to trim, and I don't have a lot of hair.
Exactly. It's like,
Keep the grass cut low so
I
the
get the
snakes can
scaping. I'm
show.
all for the scaping. Go ahead and trim it. And if you're one of those people who
I'm
gets like
actually to
bushy
the
arm
point in my
hair,
life.
I would. If you get
If
like
you
bushy
want to
underarm
fucking
hair, I
look,
wouldn't
go
blame
ahead
you
and look.
for
I don't fucking care.
shaving
I'm to
that.
that
That's
point
got to be
in my life.
uncomfortable.
No, I'm comfortable in myself. If they want to look, go fucking ahead. I don't care.
No, I mean like for women who like shave their underarms, like AC was saying. I get it. Go ahead. I've seen women with really bushy underarm hair, and that's got to be uncomfortable in the summer. In the
That's
heat.
actually
That
in
sounds more like a
Europe they do
comfort
that
thing to me.
But here's
in
what you
Italy.
don't want to do. There's this girl, y'all got to check out her stream sometime. She goes by Gothy. A cat knows who she is.
Oh,
But this girl, the other night she was up and she was scratching her vajayjay all over the screen. Everybody was saying she had crabs and this and that, but it wasn't that. She had just shaved her hoo-ha a day or two before and didn't put any powder or any anti-itch cream on it for when the hairs start growing out. So she's on her live stream digging it, just digging the hell out of it. This girl's
My
funnier
sister
than
did
hell to
that.
watch.
She
Y'all
shaved
got,
everything before she went away for a car meeting and she walked like John Wayne all fucking weekend. And I tell you what, I laughed my
that's how
fucking
this all
ass off.
started.
yeah, I don't know if y'all ever watch Gothy, but y'all got to check her. Hey, one day she was on AJ's stream, and she pulled her whole freaking shirt off And
But
then
is
her
it
soul.
waxing better? Like, if you're gonna bother to take the hair off, isn't it better to wax, especially in that region?
No.
Like I bought in bikini waxes
No,
and whatnot,
no. The men
and didn't
cry.
hurt at
Come on.
all. Like I
No.
had,
Like it
I
was
don't understand
all
shaving. I
Legs in
can't
the
shave
air
well.
and no.
I can't shave well, but I do trim and I get a wax so
Put
that
your
my
freaking legs
bikini
in
line
the
is
air.
fine.
Yeah,
It's
right.
so
Fuck.
And
No
waxing
way.
is much better. You got to be careful doing it so you don't burn yourself. But waxing takes
My
it
But
doesn't
leg
that
go
hairs are
back as
so
quick.
fine. My leg
Yeah.
hairs are so fine and far apart that I cannot shave them. They will not shave no matter how thick the cream is. So I
If you
get
ever
them
seen
sugared.
Black Duck?
Have you ever done that, Stella? The sugaring?
What is that?
They get this ball of sticky sugar and they push it on your
Yeah,
legs like wax and move it around and they get all the hair out. It's
that
freaking
was from
awesome.
like the early
No,
90s. They were
I've waxed eyebrows, the whole 9 yards. Whatever you need to wax. But
Nikki.
no, not sugar. I've not used sugar.
They came with that sugar thing back out in the 90s to put on it was an advertisement on TV, like pay for it on TV. And they would put that sugar thing on your skin and then rip it off and then redo it, rip it off
Yeah,
and
it's like
redo it.
waxing, but my
Yeah.
legs feel much softer
It's-
afterwards.
It's an Eastern way of doing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
at the beginning of the
interesting things
summer,
you'll
I
find
like
out.
to go and get my legs sugared, and then I don't have to worry about it all summer
Mhm.
because I have very little leg hair, but I have to let it grow all winter to get long enough to do the sugaring, and they won't
My
shave.
grandmother
I've
was
tried
using
every
Emery.
shaving cream there is, and they just won't stand up enough because they're so fine.
I don't
There's
grow
also
leg
the
hair.
Emery things.
I don't grow armpit hair. But my vajayjay grows like you fertilized it. For whatever reason, I do not know. It's the only place I get hair.
Well, I'm also blessed because I have naturally strawberry blonde hair. So, like my arm hair, you can't even see it. My underarm hair stays so light colored that I don't have to do much about it. I don't know.
I don't have any hair at all. No, none.
Do you have feathers?
Are you looking
Like
at
a duck?
your screen?
Trying to also change the conversation for Ellie's sake.
Yeah, she's trying to bring it to ducks. That's why she said feathers. Ellie doesn't want to talk about,
I'm
real
going
quick,
to-
I just
It's
thought
my
I'd say,
fault. I brought up the
oh.
beaver.
well,
Ellie's gonna buy us all
Um,
lawnmowers for Christmas, y'all.
real quick,
They
Nikki,
even
I
I
just
need
just
a
a
hedge.
thought. I would. You said you're strawberry blonde.
Did you say you licked the spot?
What? Yeah.
Well, yeah, you
Well,
can't
good
tell
enough
by my
to lick the
eyebrows, AC.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look, I have like almost no eyebrows. They're transparent. I'm just going gray. I'm
I
old.
shaved mine when I was young. I messed up. I should have never done it, right? On my eyebrows. But
Yeah. I was a stickler for blondes. That's why I was kind of mentioning that. Anyways,
oh no, Emily, mine's bald. No, I mean I shaved it,
There's
honey.
nothing
It's
wrong
not
with
hairy.
it.
Oh, I got the magic eyes too, the ones that turn blue and green.
I
Yeah,
got
I
magic
got.
eyes.
Yeah, I
You're
got
not that
mine
magical.
green, blue, green,
F
grey.
off. You're not that magical.
yeah, the mother to my oldest kids, she's a blonde. Anyways,
I've been the same woman for the last 21 years.
Are your eyes brown or hazel?
I even tried. I
21
was
years,
gonna do
Daz.
contacts
Congratulations. That's an
Come on,
and change
accomplishment.
my
AC.
eye
I
color.
have been with the same woman for the last 21 years.
Yeah, 21 years. That's an accomplishment. Congratulations.
And we're not married, but we've been together for 21 years.
That's long. I know.
Yep.
Feels like a lifetime, eh? That's why I asked
This-
about the life insurance shit. Seriously.
This year would have been
Doc.
my 21st anniversary had my second husband survived.
Because you just never know.
Yep.
That's why it's important. With the life
no
insurance,
man knoweth the day nor the time.
Well, my last husband he was worthless as tits on a boar hog, but that man was damn good in bed. I mean, he had one good thing going for him, and he looked good. You know what I'm saying?
But that was his talent.
Where's Shockwave?
You know
Oh,
what
no.
was really,
Tell 'em.
you know how I met him? No, my little grandson didn't get circumcised at birth. And so when he was about 2 years old, his little thing got infected. So we had to take him to the hospital to get him circumcised, right? So me and my daughter are on our way home from the hospital to bring him, home with his circumcision. And we stopped at the park. And that's where I met him. And I ran into a friend of mine. I was giving my friend a big hug. And there was this dude standing over on the other side of him, just like he couldn't stop staring at me. Dude showed up at my house that night with another friend of mine, and we were together for there on after,
I'll be
of
back
course,
in a little
until we
bit,
got
guys.
divorced.
All right.
Wait, before you go, AC, I
It
get
was
to
like
ask
love
a
at
question
first sight. I
real
know
quick.
people don't believe
Circumcised
in
or
that.
uncircumcised?
Lurker. What are you
Mm.
doing in here, Lurker? Where's your car wash?
Come on, eye candy.
I'm still here.
Circumcised or uncircumcised?
Don't answer.
Oh
Don't
man.
answer. Don't answer.
I like answers to that because I like my meat thick and uncut.
No.
Amen.
Don't answer
Thank
the
you,
question,
Stella.
AC. Let them think. Think about it.
There's such a taboo for that. Like,
Yes.
if men come uncircumcised, like automatically, like, um, I don't even know how to I don't know how to put it. Like,
You're making him blush. Stop it.
yeah, a little bit.
He's not answering the question. End of
Well,
story.
some
Think
women,
about it.
Done.
some
Answer me
women
later.
don't
You
like
know I'll see you again.
the
You see, you do not
uncircumcised
have to answer
thing,
that question at
but
all. Plead the
some of us
fifth.
women are kind of crazy. We love that shit.
Emily has armpit hair. She's European.
That's provided they wash it first. Because if they don't, it smells like head cheese.
All right. It's first thing in the morning. Let's not talk like that.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I'm just saying.
regardless,
That's
if
the
I'm gonna
truth.
touch it, it better be washed. I mean, they
Yeah.
piss out of that thing.
Better go
And
in
that
the
is
shower
why I
first.
prefer shower sex. Okay? Seriously.
Dirty and clean all
Oh,
at
I
once.
forget, Stella. You lived homeless for a long time in your van, so showers sometimes are few and far between. Because I'm
Oh,
like
yeah, but
thinking,
this
yeah,
was
no.
back when I had homes. I had homes all my life. I owned my own home from God the time I was like 19 years old, 20, I don't know. I was young. I've always owned my own place. But I had to go homeless for a little while because I was in a car accident. I had no income, I had no money, you know.
AC, you could always say you're 1A and you don't answer questions.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what
let's
I
go
keep
with that
telling
then.
you. What? Why are you listening to her? Listen to Canada. What the fuck? You're fucking stalking me everywhere anyways. Come on, I'll tell you exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
Don't
but you
answer
didn't speak
any
his
of her
language. You
questions.
said
She's a black widow. She's going to try and kill you. Whatever she does, I'll reverse it, okay? She's a bunny. She's the bunny killer. And why are you talking to Bunny? What's going on there?
This is
Well,
the
what do you mean
Hookers and
talking to
Blow
Bunny?
party today, South Alabama. And we're having a discuss it all chat this morning.
Look, you ran him away.
Damn it. And I never
He's
did get
gonna
to
come
no,
find
he
back.
out
said
if
he
he was.
had to go. He's on his way to work. He does.
I know, but we could not find out about the uncircumcised or
Oh,
the.
That's
he
because
said
I told him don't answer. He's gonna
yeah, he
listen
said
to
he's
Canada.
1A
He's
and he
smart.
doesn't answer questions.
He
He's
could
smart.
send me a private text and just tell me in a private text, and I won't spill the beans.
Plead the fifth. We don't want to know unless you're both coming out at the same time. Asmer showing his face, and you will tell us if you are or not.
Oh God, let's not even.
So therefore, we have to wait.
Well, I'm going to say Asmer is most likely a very good-looking man. Just by listening to his voice, he's quiet. He's low-spoken, and those are the ones you got to watch out for. But
Quiet,
He's a
low
troublemaker.
spoken. Are we talking about the same person?
He's a
yeah,
troublemaker.
he's very low-spoken, and he's a
troublemaker.
quiet type. He really doesn't speak out that much. You know, he speaks in video. Harmony.
He's lurking. Hi, Jojo. He's lurking.
Well, I guess we have a different perspective, but that's okay. So
I mean, this
anyway,
is what I
I'll
just
get
got
a
my
horror.
own opinion of what I think he looks like. because I've not even seen him, you know,
He
which I
doesn't
don't
don't
look
want
like
to
care.
see
Matthew
him. I
I
don't
McConaughey.
want to
love
see him. It will ruin it.
the anonymity of it, being anonymous. Okay, I
And
love
it is
that.
One of the things I hate to do tomorrow, I've got to go to a bloody funeral.
go to
You're supposed
what?
to laugh at a funeral, Doss.
Mate, I'm going to turn it into a celebration.
Who
Mm.
passed?
You
Das?
got to turn that into a celebration.
My
Be the first
sister's
one laughing.
What was that, Das? You broke up.
my sister's mother.
Oh,
Oh,
So
hey, so you
that.
share a father and different mothers?
Yeah, we do.
well,
Well,
sorry for your
I'm sorry
loss,
to hear that.
honey. Yeah,
But like she went peacefully as well. So, like she literally sat down on the couch, had a pillow in her lap, and had her arms crossed with a tissue in her hand and everything else like that, and went very peacefully. That's what I'm most grateful for.
Yeah.
that's the best way to do it. You know, we all
Amen.
got to
Yeah.
go sometime, so I feel that's the best way you could ask for. You
Yep.
know,
And she'd been crook lately too, and things like that, so it wasn't so unexpected.
right? Well, my sister, 2 years younger than me, just died last month, and
Wow.
so
Oh, good, eh?
yeah, they had her. She was on like life support for about 6 weeks. They took her off of it because she seemed stable, and they thought she would be okay. And 2 hours later, they had to put her back on it. As soon as they hooked her back up, she died.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but she fought the good fight. Um, and you know, I didn't get to make it to her funeral because my daughter here ended up in the hospital with pneumonia. She was really bad off, and I stayed here to help with the baby. So I didn't get to make my sister's funeral. She'd been cremated anyway, right? And so I can go visit her urn and all that when I get up there and take her flowers and whatever. Um, she's in a
That's
crypt with her husband.
remember them for who they were and celebrate their life. Don't cry over them.
Yeah, that's
Celebrate
what I
their life.
do. I turn a funeral into a party. People
Yes.
people think I'm
It's
crazy.
called an Irish wake.
It's going to be like 1 or
Bring 'em
2 degrees
home.
where I'm going, and we're going to have to camp. And guess what? I've got a fridge and everything, and I'm going. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
That's the way.
My
That's
aunt.
the way I do it. I'm
Because
serious.
next,
That's
next
exactly
week,
the
we're
way I
going
do
to
it.
clean up all the
Well, these
property
days,
stuff like that and hand it back. And yeah, so let's do it on a positive note, not on a negative note.
so can I make a suggestion, guys? When
What's that?
Das starts to talk, can we all mute? Because if we make a sound, it cuts him off because of the type of microphone he's using on his
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
that's because
laptop or
he's in
phone.
Australia,
Yeah, I'm in
Oh,
Australia.
and they're doing
That's
a lot of
why.
dogfight, and China's doing a lot of shit over between New Zealand and Australia. Hello. Wakey,
Hello,
wakey.
the government hate me and they turned down my volume this fucking end for 3 months. So yeah, really?
Yeah, DOS. I mean, I saw that on TV
Yeah, they
about
literally did
dogfights.
it. They turned down my volume, so if I got onto a panel, I
Yep.
could not hear anybody else at all.
That's the difference between our countries, you know, with Australia being with the crown as well. And
Well, it's so
Canada
much
is
for being with
different.
the bloody crown, they don't even fucking salute that.
Right.
I'm over these cretins over here. They're like
Oh, I
just,
know.
ugh.
Kiwis. Bloody Kiwis.
Yeah,
The New
fucking
Zealanders. You
arsehole
see.
fucking police.
But I did watch that. Somebody had thought it was looking weird in their sky. You know.
Go and have a look
And
on my channel. There's one of the Australian police over there pinning down a Kiwi guy to the floor.
yeah, it's crazy.
And it happens all the time. And people are just, oh, but if you just give them what they want, yeah, fuck giving them what they want. They
Yeah, but
fucking work for us.
you guys had that migrant crisis years ago too, right?
They're
And
not
that
the
kicked up a
problem.
lot of stuff there
They're,
too.
they're not the problem. Like, we're a multicultural fucking, society over here.
Right.
That's not a problem.
Right.
The fucking police are. They're the biggest nastiest fucking gang in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll go out of their way just to get somebody for no reason.
Money.
For no reason, not even for fucking money, just to get their jollies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts. That's why I continue filming.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep
That's
filming.
the only thing that you
Don't
have
forget.
against you. Use your camera as a gun.
Well, last time they turned up here and wanted to come through my gates and inspect my house because there was suspected domestic violence. All
Go
of
get a
us are out
warrant.
saying nobody's touched anybody, only ever been vocal, and there's no domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they still wanted to come in, to the point where I said to them, fuck off and get a search warrant. Until
That's right.
then, get out.
That's what we do over here.
Yeah,
I have
but
a buddy that actually will tell them, I can't get into my room. You can't get into my room. There's no knob on his door. He's only got a bullnose lock on his door.
I keep my
And he
gates
goes
locked.
everywhere with the key.
I keep my gates locked because they can't come through the gates if they're locked.
Right.
I lock everything. There's just so many thieves nowadays.
Hey, I lived in the country, mate, where I never even locked a house door. I left my car keys in the car and everything else like that. That's how I was actually brought up. But nowadays, you can't do that.
No.
Exactly.
Even when you're just going and nipping into the store, like I said, I've seen my next door neighbor. He lost his car just because somebody wanted to steal it.
Yep.
Well, you know
Going
what
in and
they're
nipping
doing in
and
the
grabbing a
United
pack of
States?
cigarettes in your own local
We
neighborhood.
used to go out in the morning and start our cars before we go to work, back before the
Right.
fucking fuel injection days when cars still had carbies and they had to warm up. And you'd
Mhm.
walk back out and your car would still be there. Nowadays, your car would not be there.
No.
Well, when you go in the grocery stores in the United States now, you have to really watch or have somebody in your car because
Mhm.
they're climbing under your car and they're taking a battery operated Sawzall and they're cutting off people's catalytic converters because they're paying so much for them at the salvage yard that they're I mean, in broad daylight now, they will climb under your car. As soon as you get out and head in the door of the store, they'll watch and they climb under your car and saw your catalytic converter off. I'm not kidding.
Can I get on my soapbox for a minute, Stella?
Ma'am?
May I get on my soapbox for a minute?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so all of this boils down to finite resources. There are certain things that we are overusing that we really shouldn't be, and there is a market for scarcity. So long as we have fractional reserve banking, you're going to see an increase in the have-nots. The more you see an increase in the billionaires and their wealth. The more they hoard, the less there is to go around, and there's going to be more people who are stealing, committing crimes against each other because they're in survival mode. So what we're talking about here all boils down to the fact that we have billionaires in the world, people who are hoarding and creating scarcity. They slow production on things so that shelves should seem bare so that you'll pay more for them.
That's just mindfuckery, though, when you want to think about it. So those who want to fucking fall into the mindfuckery, fall into that.
For every
become prepared.
billionaire, there will be at least this is an estimate. There's estimated to be at least 1 million people who have to be bankrupt in order for there to exist a billionaire. In the
The
United
money's about to
States,
change.
We have several thousand billionaires.
Yeah. Goldman
So
Sachs, Rothman,
the more
Rothschild,
people
whatever.
who are
Yeah, the
hoarding,
Rothschilds are out there.
Mm-hmm. Except for the Queen's worth more in gold. Wait.
Well, yeah, the Queen's
There you
got more
go.
gold
there's
away
no
than
gold.
Want to make a bet? She's got more weight on her
You
side.
have the gold. You have the gold. You're wearing it. It's in your cell phone.
The thing
It's in
is,
your television. Any
right.
smart technology has gold in it. They've used the gold. The gold
Why do you
isn't
think I will
stored
fight
anywhere.
against China? Why do you think I fight over here? Like with the water,
Motherboards
for
have
instance.
gold in them on the
They want to
computer.
take things away from you. So you got to fight for your sovereignty. They've already given you your sovereignty. Now you got to hold them to it. and keep it. You know, when they said you're free to go, you're free to go. I told them the same thing in court. They told me I was free to go. Imagine Dragons
Cat,
told me. What?
this
Yeah,
bird
free to
behind
go,
me
you're
just
free to
now,
stay.
this bird behind me just now saw his reflection in my window and
Right.
attacked it.
Yeah, you need flap. That's another problem we're having with the birds.
That was
Too
creepy.
many birds are dying in a rate. If you go on to, I'll get the site, and you can see how many birds are dying
It might have
in
something
real time. In real
5G.
time.
Might have something to do with 5G.
It's the 5G and it's the Iroquois prophecy. I could go with the native law. I don't listen to the white man. And my grandmother obviously told me about war with my
Cool.
great
No,
grandparents
that's good.
from Yorkshire. So
Hey,
she did take us to see history, right?
Sorry?
She took us to see history. Every time I went out with my grandma, it was going to the forts or going to see stuff on history.
I've been actually watching videos lately of how they've been removing the dams out of the river and returning, the salmon and everything back to the rivers. That's been so awesome.
Do you want to see my river? That's where they actually, it's the fresh water, right? Hence why
And where it
Canada's
goes
up
from the
here.
salt to the fresh water, but it's undammed.
Right. There's been a lot of work going on over here. That's why I take
Yeah,
to the water life because
I've
of
been
all the
I've
money.
been a lot of that lately, and it's been happening over there for a few years, and that's
They've been
great.
Wait,
taking
wait,
our water
But
as
hold on a
well.
second,
the
guys. Hold on
steelhead
a second.
salmon were nearly
Hold
extinct,
on, guys,
and then
please.
now they're coming back.
That's right. They have 4 types of salmon in my own river, Doss.
Hold on a
So
second, Cat.
September.
What's wrong
Yeah,
with JoJo?
the steelhead would be one of them.
Yes, the
What's up,
steelhead is
JoJo?
in Michigan.
Why are you
Yep. See,
upset?
told you I've been watching.
And I've actually, here, I'll put it in the back chat.
What's wrong, JoJo? Because I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
I don't either. She said what's a 27 club?
No, I got no idea what it is.
I don't even know either. So I just thought it was a joke of
She
some
was
sort.
27 in 1999 if you were reading the chat along with conversing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There you go.
read that.
Right, but most of us aren't in our 20s. I just don't know what. Maybe it was because the
You
conversation
were,
was going
yeah,
and we
your
didn't,
conversation was going and you're now picking this up.
and we maybe didn't recognize her and say hello. Like, I don't know, because she just seems upset. And
I
I
said
know
hello.
Stella and her are friends.
Sorry, not all of us look at the chat all the time. Really sorry, but
No, just Stella usually does, and she seems to be a bit distracted today. So
Well, no, I was reading, but I didn't know what she was referring to.
well, anyway, you guys, it is fucking
But I
5
love my
to 12.
JoJo. Period.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 to 12 over here, and I've got to get up early in the morning and do stuff, man. So
It's
yeah,
midnight.
up here. So anyway, guys, you have a good time. I'll catch up with you next time, and
I put in the back chat where you can find all that. Oh, geez, that was a rhyme. Back chat.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
That's the
Right.
newspaper, okay? That's Trudeau.
Yeah.
Remember, our military came in 2015. That's China and India.
Yeah. Well, there's
Okay?
over, heaps of dams that are actually being removed, and
Mm-hmm.
some of them have been removed 10 years ago, and some of them
Right.
creeks now and rivers are now absolutely, filled with wildlife.
I'll put that's what they said, Doss. If they actually revamp these dams, and I'm going to put my link there because you'll see what we're talking about, building this boardwalk going from Toronto all the way to Niagara Falls. Since
Yeah, these dams
2017,
have
this
only
has been
got
a mad rush.
of a certain amount time, and after that time, it's not worth fixing them. It's easier to remove them, and that's how it's
Right.
happening.
And I take you to also Niagara Falls, and I check the
Yeah.
progress on there. Okay, so I'm going to leave you my link in the chat. That way, you know what's going on in Canada, in Ontario.
Cool. That's awesome.
Okay. And the the pipeline goes through our reservation up here, where they're also standing for 1492 Land Back Lane with the
I've heard
break a
that
treaty.
stopped.
Okay.
Hasn't that been stopped?
Oh, it will continue. We're going to continue and keep their ass until everybody has clean water in Canada. It has to be that way. It's truth and reconciliation.
Yeah, because I'll be
about a water pipeline, not an oil
And
pipeline.
if you want more on that, we do those things where they will come to the table to, like yesterday was Yukon, and we go out to the Yukon and we get the stories about folklore from those natives and what happened there with how to make
so cool.
spruce gum and stuff like that from the trees and what have you, ointments. They'll tell you those kinds of things. Just drop me a comment and I'll leave you that link.
Awesome. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, that's Secret Path.
Before you go, I wanted to thank you for letting me know I'm alive tomorrow, being that you're our visitor from the future.
Oh, well,
And if you
it's
see
just
El Coro, say hi.
El Coro's a cool dude. I've actually met El Coro.
Did you?
I
Nice.
love El Coro. He's on my
I-
bucket list to go visit. If I ever get to Australia, I'm going straight to El Coro's.
Yeah,
I-
me too.
And I busted him on his little fucking sandcastle and everything else like that. And it's like, where are you? And it's like, yeah, I went and knocked on his door. I didn't need his address. I just went and knocked on his door after what he showed in the video. I could find his own house.
Oh, funny.
And that was funny as it's like, oh, wow, you didn't know where I was. It's like, yeah, I wasn't kidding, man. I did.
Yeah, you doxed yourself. Oh, well.
I just go down on the beach and hang out and wait till he shows up.
Australia is on my list of nopes.
I did that.
They would have
Australia.
moved to Australia.
I was being too impatient and like, yeah, we love to take the piss out of each other. So, yeah, it was awesome.
You see,
Well,
that
many
was the
years
option.
ago, I heard about the tree that y'all have, that the sap is so flammable that when it gets really hot in the summertime, that those
That's
trees
right.
just explode into flames. And that's my thing. I wanted to see one of those. I
It is
really
real.
did. Yeah,
It is
yeah.
real.
And I heard about it like 20, 30 years ago. And ever since, that's why I wanted to go to Australia, was because of that burning tree.
Well, don't forget, us Australians will be your best mate, but we'll also take the fucking piss out of you at the same time.
You want to
Oh,
watch a
that's
good
okay.
thing
That's
about
just that's
trees?
our nature. Like, we'll wind you up and give you a beer and then fucking slap you out the back of the head with shaving cream or something like that. You know what I mean? That's just how we are.
But that's fun.
Australians are fun people. We've always been that way.
Yeah, that's probably why that's really the only country that's on my bucket list that I really wanted to ever go to see, except for what is the one where the guys sing reggae music. I wanted to go there as well, but that was my number 2. Yeah.
Jamaica. There you go.
That's a good program to watch that I just put in
Hey,
there.
I found out that I can get out of Australia and get back into Australia nowadays without having to get the jab.
Ooh. Shh, don't tell us over here.
I woke up seriously at 5 o'clock this morning, jamming out, playing music, dancing. Ain't nobody even around here awake that time of morning, except my granddaughter drops her kid off on her way to work, and I'm out here just jamming out, rocking and a rolling, bebopping, and yeah. And most people ain't even
So you know
awake
that what
yet.
that means, don't you? I can actually go to America and get back to Australia without getting jabbed and things like that, which I would do as long as I don't have to get that fucking jab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Australia is a big nope for me. Nope, nope, nope. Lots of nope.
Why?
Oh God, I would
10
love
most
to go
dangerous
there.
things that you got there.
I don't know.
Animal-wise.
Snakes,
Snakes,
spiders,
spiders.
crabs as big as me. I don't know.
Oh,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
worried about none of
Blame it
that.
on National
Gators.
Geographic.
But
Hello.
then there's some nice stuff.
You've got gators over there. You've got mooses. You've got all
Dingo.
the fucking shit as well. Like,
Well,
really?
yeah, you go to Louisiana, you got gators, wild hogs, you got all kind of shit there. Go down to Alabama, man, you got bugs big as your hand that'll just pinch the fuck out of you. You know,
Those
there
are
you
on my
got different
nopes
stuff.
too.
If you've
That's why I like
traveled a
my
lot,
beaver.
like I have, you've seen it all. Okay, they got
Those are on my
something
nopes
everywhere
too,
you
Stella.
go.
Those states are on my nopes too. I don't nope.
Let's face it.
Is
Yeah,
Canada
I've
a nope
already been
too?
I've already been there, done that to most of those states. You know, got that T-shirt, but
I've been in a lot
I've
of
never
states
been out of the
too, but
United
never
States.
where I wouldn't go to another country because I'm scared of fucking animals.
Humans?
And no, in the kangaroos. I always wanted to go actually play with some baby kangaroos.
Yeah,
They're
you don't
gonna
want to play
knock
with
you out.
kangaroos.
They're gonna knock you out.
And fight back.
I've seen them jump on their back hoofs and kick you, and
But I'm
yeah, that's
sure they've
great.
got some that you can just come up and hang out with, maybe turn some music on, get the kangaroo dancing, give
No,
him
they
some
punch.
treats. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
bitch
I
slap.
mean, just watch. I'd love to teach a kangaroo how to dance. You know what I'm saying?
A little
Um,
Joey.
you know how to strut his kangarooness. I would get along great with. I've never met animals that honestly I didn't get along with, or creatures or snakes, any of that stuff. Spiders. I love any kind of creature. I love them all.
Yeah,
I did want to
animals
ask
rock.
about the kangaroo though. You know, a lot of animals don't like snakes. They don't strike you unless they smell fear or they think they're going to be harmed. Are kangaroos that way? Or they just come out ready to fight like gangsters? You know, they just jump out there ready to rock and roll.
They gotta be threatened. There's a guy that actually he gets hit by one online. It's
Oh,
funny.
I watched that fight, that guy fighting that kangaroo.
He's so
Kangaroo was tall as
stupid.
he was. This guy was like 6 feet tall or more. And the kangaroo was tall as him.
It's
Yeah, I saw that video.
not all nature likes people. They know the good people and the bad people.
Animals do, yes, they do.
Animals know energy, your energy field.
Right. That's what I was
Yep.
saying. So if I met a kangaroo and I would show him he doesn't have to be afraid of me and we could play music and the kangaroo could dance with me and I could teach him to
Sounds like
dance
you.
and we could get some video footage of it. That would be some killer content.
Everybody but kangaroo dancing.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I live in the country where the fuckers are born. I'm telling you, unless they're hand raised, that fucking ain't happening.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. You'd have to get with a hand. They're just like a lot of animals, like birds, tropical birds. You have to hand raise those, or they will break your finger. Some of them, when they bite,
Yeah.
parrots
Have
and
you ever seen my
cockatiels and
bird?
cockatoos, all that kind of shit. Man, they could snap your finger in two with one
I've
snip.
never seen your bird,
Like
Daz. I'd
turtles.
love to see it.
Okay, I'll show you.
Uh-oh.
Are you awake? Hello. Come say hello to everybody.
Hello? Hello? Cockatoo?
Oh, isn't it
Umbrella?
pretty?
It's an umbrella cockatoo.
Come say hello.
My mother had one of those that hated me.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
She had to
Loves
put it in its cage before I could go in her house because it would dive bomb me.
No,
Actually,
she.
one of those came strolling up in my yard in Arkansas one time. Somebody's got out, and I went and hunted the owners down and found him back and gave his bird back. But the bird just strutted up in my yard like it lived there, you know.
A lady had her
If you
her
get one
bird
of
on
them
her
in
shoulder
America, they're
yesterday.
worth a lot of money. They're worth like 15 grand in America, that bird.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not a dishonest person, so I went and found the owner of it because I knew that that's like their baby, their pet,
Wait,
just like
that's
She,
one of
not a
the
cockatoo,
children.
is it?
I've
That's
Yeah,
seen the
not a
blue
cockatoo,
macaw.
is it?
she's a crocella. A crocella, yeah. A long beak billed crocella.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't a cockatoo when you got close. We were all
does
talking
it?
about cockatoos. That's not a cockatoo. That's a
No.
beautiful
No.
bird.
Yeah, does that one speak?
Yeah, she says hello, help, and a few other words and swears as well.
Yep.
A swearing
They
bird.
love
Priscilla,
to pick
that's
up
a
on
parrot,
curse words.
right?
Sorry?
Priscilla, that's in the parrot family, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
she's about the same size. She's a little bit smaller than a cockatoo, but same family.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And she's the long build, but yeah, she's literally could take your finger off if she wanted to.
Yeah, I worked at a pet store and they had the gray parrots. And of course, they love to be swung around. Whee! They like to be held on the finger and swing them around. And we had the blue parrot in there. Now that was $25,000 just for the blue macaw.
Stella,
That's
Yep.
what they want.
Ma'am?
do you have a disclaimer?
For what?
Well, then I'll just say it. Opinions and feelings stated in the chat up on the panel are the opinions of the individual and not the channel. Any discussions or opinions stated are just that, opinions, not medical advice or suggestions, and definitely not meant to influence anybody in any way.
Thank you. Yeah,
Carry on, guys.
I've
Sorry.
heard. I haven't had time to go read the new TOS, but I've heard some of it, people talking about it. So,
And
but
the doctor
And it's
everybody,
not
will
about
be on next week.
yeah, no, it's just they're slowly taking away our freedom of speech rights here and there, little bits at a
It's
time.
not that bad. They're changing your speech. Right, Doss? Tell them. It's not
Well,
that bad. They're not taking anything from you. They're changing the way that you're going about it. We had to go through it too.
feelings, nothing more
Nothing
than
more than
feelings.
feelings. Fuck them. Don't worry about it.
Well, personally, I got the jabs because I travel. I didn't want to have to be locked in at a border somewhere while I was under quarantine for 2 weeks before I'd be allowed to cross a state line. And I was traveling, during the COVID era, during the lockdown and all that. And so
I
I
just
I, I
hated
got
them
the I got
fuckers.
the
Yeah.
jabs because I didn't really care either way. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in forcing injections on people. That's my own personal opinion. And whoever don't get it, that's great. And if you do get it because you got a reason, like if I wanted to get a passport, I would have to have the jabs. I got to have the card. I got it to get the card. Okay, that's it. I needed that card that says
Now I
I got
don't
a
need
jab.
it. I can travel without it.
And it's okay in the chats to talk about it. We just have to throw up a
So
disclaimer
where's
once that
your reward,
conversation comes
Stella?
up so she doesn't get tagged for misinformation. That's it.
Right. I've seen people get that misinformation
Yeah,
strike. Yeah.
each to their own. If they wanted to,
Corona Borealis.
fair enough. But like, where is your reward now that they're relaxing all these borders and everything else like that?
But
Where
Well,
is
but
they're
she
your
had
not.
the reward then. She had the
There's
reward then.
time.
She had the freedom to travel. She's a gypsy. Stella can't be tied down.
Yeah, they can't just be stopping me at every border and holding me for 2 weeks under
You
quarantine.
recognize,
Uh,
Daz, here we had interstate quarantines where if you went one
so
state to the
we
next, which could be 150 miles, you cross into another
so
state and you've
we
got to go on quarantine.
right. And
Yeah,
that's
so do
the
we.
only reason I did it.
And they had
like
So
that
do
for
we.
Providence.
over a year.
We had it for 2 years here.
Hmm.
Have a
We
look
had
at
it here.
Victoria, the most locked down city in the world.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't,
you
but I
guys
can't
were not sick.
imagine Stella staying in one state for 1 to 2 years.
No,
And
I
I don't know
can't.
her as well as other people, but I just cannot imagine
I'm
Stella
not
feeling
going
okay
to.
stuck in one state.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to.
that was the problem. We had no choice. And in that one state, at one stage, you could only go 5 kilometers from your house.
I didn't get any of
Yeah,
the
they were doing that
boosters.
in Paris
I
too.
didn't get the boosters because they actually aren't required under that thing. As long as you've got the original COVIDs, that's all you have to have, is what I've understood.
Well, now
It
you don't even have to
have
have
been
that.
recommended,
Like,
not
I can
required.
get out of Australia and get back into Australia, and I can fly to America. I've looked it up and come back, and I don't have to get jabbed or get separated or anything.
Well, yeah, because they've dropped all of those measures because the virus has mutated enough that it's not as deadly, and that's what they were trying to do, was get it to the point where it would become more virulent, which means it spreads more. More people are going to get it, like the flu, and but less
Well,
deadly.
I
here's
reckon
what.
I've,
That's what
I
they
reckon
told
I've
us in the
already
news,
had it.
anyway.
I reckon I've already had it.
The new normal.
Yeah,
Well, and the new
viruses take a
strains are
pattern.
worse,
They don't want to
from
kill
what
their
I'm
host.
gathering, than the original strain. So,
Well, I live with 2 of them here that had it at one stage that were positive of it, and like, yeah,
There was an
I got a
article
bit
read
of
about it.
runny nose and that sort of thing, but that's about it.
This is new normal.
I forced myself to be around two different states, both two different sides of my families, and every one of them had COVID. I left one state here where everybody had COVID, and I went to another state where all my family had COVID there. I forced myself to be exposed to it, and I still haven't got it. So,
Well, that I've been around it the whole time as well, and it's like either I've had it or I haven't. One of the two.
right.
Well, I've never tested positive for it through the whole thing.
I never tested myself for it at all through the whole thing.
Well, while my kids were in public schools, I had some required testing I had to do, and they were all negative. And between the testing requirements every time they got a sneeze or a cough and other issues with the schools, I'm just homeschooling my girls now. Well, it's
Well,
summertime now.
I got one runny nostril, a bit of a sore back, and a little bit of diarrhea for a couple of days, and that's about it.
That's another little strain of something that's been going around. The kids have came home from school with it here, and about the
That,
time they get
that was
over it,
that
they
was
go
back then.
back to school, and then they get it again and bring it back again. So we've had that diarrhea thing here for off and on for a while.
I don't know. I don't
Morning,
I don't
Shady.
worry about it. It's I've lost so many people close to me in my life that I learned that there's no control over that aspect, the dying. I just pray that I have less suffering while I live. And
Live the dash.
if I survive it, I survive it. If I don't, I don't. So I don't like worry about those things too much. They're beyond my control. I eat well. I take care of my health. Um, I smoke cigarettes, so I can't really say I take care of my health that well.
Yeah.
But
But they've been forcing vaccines on our children since I can remember. When I was a child, we got forced vaccines before we could go to school. You weren't allowed to go to school without them. So I'm used to being around the forced vaccine eras. I'm old.
They didn't give us meningitis shots at a young
I,
in,
I
in high
somehow
school.
avoid them. I really did, and I don't know how, but I managed to avoid them. And I
Yeah.
don't
like
never
all
had
of
a
them,
flu shot in my
Daz?
life, mate. I think the only one I actually ended up getting was the mumps one. I didn't even get the chicken pox one.
And now here's the
Don't
thing.
take this one, Rex.
I had to get the shingles vaccine.
Yeah.
Because if you had, which one of those was it that we've already been vaccinated for? But if you had it, which I did, when you were a child, then you're
Twin
going to
Rex.
most likely get the
The
shingles
chicken
as an
pox.
adult. So,
Chicken pox.
I've had them
yeah,
twice,
and
sir.
I had, but back in my day, we had pox parties, measles parties. when we all had our children,
Exactly.
we all gathered them all up. We had a party, and we exposed them to each other.
I am one of them children from the pox parties and the chicken pox parties that they had. Sorry, not the pox parties, chicken pox.
Yeah,
Mom,
me too. Me
measles,
too. I did chicken
all of
pox
that.
parties. I got 'em
I just
twice,
wished for
and I
them
got
and I
invited to
got them.
sleepovers so people could expose their kids.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
Tried
what we
wishing for them
did.
and getting it.
Therefore, within a couple of weeks, it had done ran its course. Everybody around us, their kids had already had it, and it was done, said, done, and over with, and it didn't drag out for years like this freaking shit now.
Yep. And everybody was back to normal within a couple of weeks.
Right.
Yep.
If they would have done the same thing with the
Actual immunity
COVID, instead
better.
of protecting us, distancing, making us wear masks and all that, it would have been over with
What's
a
the good of
lot
wearing
sooner.
masks? It's been fucking proven that they don't fucking work.
Nope. That's
But
why I
I'll
don't have
tell
it.
you, the pox parties work, though. I'm going to tell you, they work.
Yep. That
So did
everybody,
whiskey.
and it was natural immunity, not this fake bullshit they're doing now. And in actual fact, the chicken pox vaccine that they came up with took 13 years to get it right in a laboratory before it wouldn't hurt anybody. So
Mm.
you tell me. But anyway,
Everything's
guys,
made
I've
in
got
the
to
lab.
go. I've got to go to bed. I've got shit to do tomorrow, so I am going. I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll say goodbye now.
Well,
Goodbye
thank
and
you
good
for
night.
coming to visit me. He hadn't been on my panel in forever. It's good to see him.
I love Aussies because they visit us from the future.
Yeah, because it's already here. It's today, but there it's already tomorrow.
He's fracking him.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
Friday morning. Then.
No,
I
Frack's
have.
from
I don't know. I haven't
Australia.
seen Frack. Hey, Shady. Let me say hello to everybody. Just come in.
Frack and I
Some
are
people. I
frickin'
haven't
Frack.
seen Frack. I don't think
We share the
Frack's
same
in
birthday.
here. Nerd
Wait,
came
I'll
in
find Frack.
earlier.
I know
Um,
where he is.
Yeah, we kept getting really lost in the conversation. So sorry, chat, if we fell
yeah, we
behind keeping
started
up with
off
you.
having a wild party this morning and ended up, and now everybody's gone. Everybody left when we get off on politics. They always do. That's why I was going to try to have a party, keep a lot of people in here, keep it romping a while, but it ain't going to last. Every time we get on politics, they drop. I'm down under 12 people now, so um, I guess the party's over, people.
It'll come back up. We were having fun talking about um bodies and
Yeah, and just junk. Yeah,
shaving, and it was actually a really good time, but it did get pretty deep there for a minute.
yeah, but it's fun. It's fun when you come in and just cut up and act stupid and get off the serious shit for a minute. That's what I was trying to do this morning. But it always ends up leading back to politics, and then people get bored. People just don't want to hear politics. They don't want to hear, they're sick of COVID. They don't hear none of that shit. They don't want to hear nothing about politics. They don't care what's going on anywhere. And, you know, that's just how most people are. I keep up on my research like Kat does, so we always know what's going on wherever. Um, but a lot of people, they just don't want to hear it. So guess we'll try it again another day, huh?
I think too, like a lot of people who came through that I'm aware of, what I was watching, are people who come in and out. They have jobs, they have things going on during the
Well,
day, and they'll be back.
well, listen. I didn't have that cancer on my nose until I just start wearing that mask across my nose, and that mask with that metal piece that pinched. You had to pinch it down to hold it on your face. Um, the next thing you know, I had a nose cancer that I had to have removed, and it was from wearing that freaking mask. And the only time I actually wore mine was in government buildings, the doctor's office, and places where I was forced to wear it. Um, I didn't wear it at Walmart. I didn't wear it at any of the grocery stores.
I'll be
Any of
back.
my,
I gotta go do something.
okay,
I gotta find Frack too.
all right. I haven't seen Frack today. But honestly, I think that was what caused me to get that skin cancer to come up. was wearing that stupid mask across my freaking face.
So I got this new yarn, Stella, and I ordered it from overseas. It's made by Recycled Saris, and it's made by women in a village. It's from this website that promotes small businesses of women in places where women are disenfranchised.
Uh-huh.
And I love the yarn. It's awesome. But I got to the center of my ball, and when I pulled a couple of loops off to keep crocheting, and it fell open, and it was just a knot and a tangle. So the other night I spent 2 hours on Hippie and Denizen, just chit chatting about everything, untying this freaking knot. But I got it, and I'm excited because I'm making this really nice bag from recycled Indian saris.
I spent an hour the other day untangling my water hose, so I know what you're saying. I've got one of those metal. It's a metal on the outside of this water hose, and I had it wound up right when I stored it for the winter, but by the time I got ready to get it back out, it was just all tangled. Took me forever to get it untangled. You know, 75-foot freaking or 100-foot, whatever it is, of water hose was a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I understand
Good
that. Yeah,
morning, Street.
I had a little bit of frustration about it, but in the end I won over the knot, and I now get to use the yarn, and I just finished a bag for myself and another top that I've already sold. I love doing crochet. Being a hooker is fun.
Yeah, I've got yarn and a whole set of crochet hooks with me. I didn't bring my embroidery needles and stuff and my hoops, but I did bring my crochet hooks and yarn with me. You only have room for so many projects with you. Can't overcrowd your project stuff. But um, what I've been looking for is a fanny pack, and the ones I keep finding are very small. You barely have room to put your keys and your cell phone and your cigarettes in them. You know what I'm saying? Um, I need room for my wallet in there too.
Yeah, those ones that are like for bicycling that are real skinny and thin and you can't really fit much
Right.
in them. Yeah, those aren't what I.
Well, believe it or not, I travel, so I'm around a lot of places. Drug junkies carry their, what I call their dope kit in fanny packs. That was my only hem-haw about getting one. I didn't want people thinking I was a drug junkie, but I would like to have one so when I'm going on long walks places, I don't have to carry this big heavy purse to have my wallet and my keys and my cigarettes and maybe my sunglasses or whatever's in it. So
My
I
daughter,
need
my daughter and her friends like to have fanny packs to go to the club because then they don't set their purse down and forget it and stuff.
well,
And
people steal them too. Huh,
the club
in the
here
club.
recently made rules that any bags have to be see through.
Huh.
Because of violence. There's been a lot of violence, gun and knife violence in the
Yeah.
city.
Oh
So
yeah, I got
so
searched
they
at the
found
casino
online
once for my gun.
they found online on Amazon see-through fanny packs that they wear to the club so that they don't have to carry a purse.
And wearing a backpack, it's not any problem with it. But if you're walking in a crowd, they'll walk up and they'll take a knife, they'll slit the bottom out of your backpack, and whatever falls out, they get, right? And you're still walking, you don't even notice it. So I want a fanny pack that I can carry on the front of my pot belly, right? So I know it's there, and I know it's not going anywhere. I've got one of those cockeyed sideways Merces. I guess I'm just going to have to use that. That's what I've been keeping my magnet fishing stuff in. But I think I'm going to have to start just using that for my, like a fanny pack. It goes over your shoulder.
Oh, I
Uh,
know what you're talking about. I have one that I use for a tackle bag when we go
yeah, and
fishing.
it's
I just have
leather.
it.
T, I saw that, honey. I'm so sorry that they're doing that to you. Um, but a lot of things in
Who
YouTube.
is
I'm not
Street Life,
saying.
Stella?
Well, what happened is there was a big bunch of smack talk, and her dad just recently passed away. And the way they found him when he was passed away was, not a good situation. Well, yeah, they were, it's like when he died, I was the first one to know, and I couldn't even do the live stream. I contacted Evan right away because I didn't want Sam coming out there. Oh, because we know what he did to Dog Lips prior to to his death, how he stalked him and shit. And I said, Evan, I need you to do this live stream. I can't do it. You're a much better speaker than I am. You know what I mean? And so Evan just it broke him down, but he got up and he did the live stream and announced Dog Lips' death. Well, when they found out how he died and where he died and all that, um, Evan and them knew, but they were just holding back on it because they didn't want people thinking that he's just using it for views and likes and shit. Because Dog Lips was our friend, and this is his daughter, Terrible T, that's in the chat, by the way. Well, anyway, so Sam got a hold of the information. Of course, several of my friends, they all knew already, but nobody was putting it out. And then anyway, just turned into a big shit show. You know, it's bad enough as it is. Okay, the way he died, and like I said, I don't bring it up. I don't discuss it. Dog Lips knows I loved him. He called me every day of his life. After he just got out of jail, he called me from the jail 2 or 3 times a week. When he got out of jail, he called me every day, every night. And no, ma'am, we would have never done that to you. And like I said, people are cruel on YouTube, T. You know that, sweetie. No, 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 no. Evan did it, but Evan put the original out there because I asked him to. The community needed to know. I didn't want Sam putting it out there first. And so I contacted Evan and I said, please do this for Dog Lips. And so he did. No, I'm the one that asked Evan to do it. And I don't even know where Sam got his information. I don't know who even gave it to him, but that's what started all that. You know, Sam's trying to convince everybody how him and Dog Lips were these best friends, but we all know better. Yeah, no, Evan didn't do it. Evan did it because I asked him to. And Dog Lips was actually really happy. He had called me like 2 days before they found him, deceased. And I mean, he was asking me to marry him, and he was planning this trip to Vegas, just joking around, of course. We were going to have a Vegas wedding. You know, he didn't sound to me like he wanted to die. He wanted to have some fun in life. Right. Yeah, because Evan does things so professionally, and he would never have insulted the family in any way, and put it out very professional because that's Evan. He does things very professionally. I don't have anything against anybody else, but um, well, the reason Eddie called is because, like he said, you can't believe everything Sam says, right? Because a lot of times Sam makes up shit. It's lies. And that's the reason he called and made that phone call. But would just be when you get it, T, when you get the autopsy back, you know, I would really be interested in seeing it. But just be careful who you let see it because um I don't know, some of these because if it's anything, that needs to be kept quiet, it'll be kept quiet. Um, I got up this morning, I got up this morning talking to Dog Lips, because, he stopped to visit me on his way to wherever he went. He came to visit me, and he just, you know, and he just, was like he was in the air right outside my screen door, and he was just saying, "Lipstick." He called me Lipstick. He said, "Lipstick, lipstick." And I sat up in the bed and I said, "Dog Lips." And he just smiled at me and floated away. He came to tell me bye. I know people think that's crazy and they probably don't think it's true, but it is, and I don't care what they think. But Dog Lips came and told me bye before he left. Oh, we know. Evan, Evan cared a lot about Dog Lips, and so did I, you know, and I don't know. So it's just they need to just let it go and let the family grieve in peace. And let him go. Let Dog Lips go. He's gone. We can't bring him back. He's never coming back. And they just need to let the family grieve and do what the family needs to do. At this point, continually bringing it out in the public view is um, it's unnecessary. This is my opinion. They can get mad at me for what I'm saying, and I really don't care. But like I said, the reason Eddie made the phone call was because Sam is such a liar. Nobody ever believes anything he says, and Eddie just wanted to verify it for for the community, and so right, right, yeah, that could have been done that way too. Hey, Rodders. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I heard and saw what was going on with Jose in that other community thing yesterday. I thought that was pretty crappy. But if you just let things go, IP2 will take him out just like they did before. So that's okay, Happy. Thank you for coming up, sweetie. Well, I never put anything out there unless you ask me to or tell me to, or yeah, yeah. Well, I just don't. I just never could. I don't even want to talk about it too much, actually, really, except for when I say how much I do miss him, and I do. But see, Dog Lips knows who truly misses him and who's blowing smoke up his ass. He knows, even though he's no longer with us, he knows what's going on. And I listened to freaking Yukon Ann last night, you know, talking about how bad people Rodders and Beckers are. She don't even know you people. She don't have the foggiest, you know. She doesn't even know Rodders and Beckers. Right. I went over and watched it, Rodders. I got the link from Becca because I had no idea what was going on. Um, I took a nap, went to sleep, and woke back up for a little while anyway. But that guy, he's a pretty big channel, and he doesn't even know Jose. Maybe me and Tracy need to go over there and tell him what kind of person Jose really is. Me and Tracy, he stayed at our house. We met him in real life. Maybe we should go let that guy know exactly. You know, he may think high and mighty of Jose till he finds out what he's really about. Yeah, I don't like talking smack about any of them, T. I would have handled it a different way. Maybe I would have. I don't even know what I would have done, to be honest. But I think you should have been the one that was contacted, honestly. I'm eating me up out of this barbecue. I'm gonna make me a barbecue sandwich for breakfast. Who cares, huh? Uh, I'm eating an abnormal breakfast. Well, Yakety Ann says I'm not diabetic because I eat what I want pretty much. But I've already been through all the diabetes shit. I've had it for so long. I've got my diabetes under control now. And, there's, you don't get it under control, you end up in the shape, you know. She does it like you're speaking on her husband, but you end up in that shape. And see, she doesn't even know the difference between type 1, type 2 diabetes. She keeps saying borderline. There's no such thing as borderline diabetes. That's one of the first things they teach you. You're either hypoglycemic, hyperglycemic, or you're type 1 or type 2 diabetic. There's no in betweens. There's no in betweens about it. Yeah. If Sam had never had him put in jail, I think Douglas would have eventually pulled himself out. And notice how the trolls always start the calling me. Um, when I'm on my live stream. They always do this. Pieces of shit. Hey, Chicky Chick. I'm making my sandwich, y'all. Then I'll be back with you. I think Dog Lips would have eventually mellowed himself back out if he hadn't have went to jail. I think the jail that just made him more depressed, if that makes sense. And which made it worse on him when he did get out. Yeah, I'm having a barbecue chicken, actually kind of like pulled pork, only it's chicken breast sandwich for breakfast. See, I eat what I want, you know. Long as my blood sugar's under control, I can eat what I want. Exactly, T. I think he would eventually mellow himself out once he could get some, life stuff straightened out. And, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know which direction to go in. And he had too many people telling him what he should and shouldn't be doing. And Sam always has 500 things that everybody, you should be doing this and this and this. Well, why doesn't he do this and this and this? He needs to start following his own rules and his own suggestions instead of pushing them off on other people. If he would have left Dog Lips alone and stopped messing with him about his vodka and just went on his merry way, Dog Lips would have never ended up in jail to begin with. That was pure nothing but Sam's fault. Uh huh. Yeah, I've got your number, T. Like I said, that's what I let you. Remember, I let you know. I had no idea till all that started coming out. If I have, and I would always check with you first on stuff. And I don't know who he was talking about, a daughter with a initial M. I don't think your sisters, any of them, have initial M. Because it's Katie and Gwen. There's no M's that I know of. I mean, unless you got another one I've never heard of. But well, he's wanting to do. I guess he's wanting to do an interview. From what I gathered, from what I watched, I didn't see it live. I went back and watched this replay. But I think he's wanting to try to do an interview with one of your sisters. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah, I didn't think there was an M T. I knew your daughters. I mean your sisters' names. So that's not what we're saying. Not topless too. Um, what we're talking about is just respect for the family. You know, respect for his daughters. Let them grieve in peace. This is what I'm talking about. They need to grieve, you know. I don't care if you did have issues with your dad. You still need to grieve and you need to do that privately. Hmm. Yeah, T, I gather that. Oh, I've talked to your one sister, and I know exactly how she feels about the situation. So, well, we'll just wait, not topless too, until some of your family dies, and then it gets done just like this on YouTube, and then we'll see how you feel about it. Okay? We'll wait until some of your family dies. Of course, you're going to remain anonymous because you're in a fake name that nobody knows you in. So you're going to continue to hide and spew shit. Exactly. It's about courtesy and respect for the family. It doesn't matter. I don't care if they get mad at me or whatever. You know, I'm just saying what the way I feel about it. Dog Lips was a public figure. That's correct. But his public uh, figure spot passed away when he did. It should have been just let go. Why aren't they talking about Jose's changed his story about how his dog died, T? Did you know that Jose's new story about how his dog died? He's saying the people he stayed with fed it glass. Now, why don't they take that and go with that and find out what really happened to that dog? How that twine got all wrapped around that dog's head, but yet somebody poisoned it with glass. At first, it was some other reason it died. You know, won't they go with the dog death instead of, this human that has a family? But you know, Operation 40 Staples, Rotters, will never end. Because you know that 40 Staples was because of Sam. You don't want to take responsibility for that either. You don't want to take responsibility for anything he ever does. Nothing. I didn't say he killed Dog Lips. I said he stalked Dog Lips, which he did until the day he died. He videoed him. He stalked him. He followed him. He harassed him. I hope so, Rotters. I hope so. Jose needs to be questioned on a lot of stuff that he lies about and covered it up with. Sam had Dog Lips arrested for bullshit. Sam pushed him over the edge. That's what Sam does. He didn't physically pour vodka down his throat, and he didn't physically take his hands and strangle him to death, but he still killed him nonetheless because he stalked him. He stalked him and he harassed him and he haunted him, taunted him and haunted him. Just like when he went in his camper that day and he left that stuffed animal in there right after Cypress died. Shikari, sorry. Right after Shikari died. Everybody's got to believe the way they want to believe. You're never going to change your mind, T. Just let them think whatever they want. We know the truth. And that's enough. We know the truth. Yeah. Sam stalked him. He followed him. He videoed him. You know, harassed him. Sammy was in one of those names that was just in here, Rotters, trying to pick up for himself. I'm never going to believe otherwise. I watched all the videos. I saw the whole thing go down. I'll never believe it. So that's that. But T, I love you, honey. If you ever need to talk, you got my number. You know you can call me. And you know ain't no bullshit on my end of this at all. Yeah, there's tons of video out there. You can watch Dog Lips's last videos, and then you can watch Sam's. And all Sam's is him stalking and videoing Dog Lips, following Dog Lips from Heather to Yon, stalking and following him. I gotta get me something to drink. I forgot to get my drink out, y'all, to go with my sandwich. Be right with you. But like I said, I love you, Dog Lips. I'll always be here for you, honey. And Dog Lips' spirit will always, always be with me. Sam's already got enough bad karma coming at him right now that, you know, T, I know you did because your dad would call me sometimes thinking he was calling you because he would forget. I do think Dog Lips was starting to get a little bit of a early onset dementia because, like I said, his memory couldn't remember. I didn't know if it was from the alcohol or if he was getting dementia or what, but he would call me thinking he was calling T. So yeah, I know he called T. He called T all the time because, like I said, he called me sometimes thinking he was calling T. I said, "No, honey, this isn't T. This is your sweet lady friend." I would like some of his ashes though, T, when you get them, just to have them, just a little bit to keep with me. I would take Dog Lips with me everywhere I go. He could stay in my van and go everywhere I go. Right. Yeah, because I've noticed sometimes he would be forgetful. But the last time I spoke to him, he was so happy. He was asking me to marry him, T. T, I would have been your stepmama if me and Dog Lips would have went to Vegas and got married. And he called Robert Fedriconi, listen, and three-wayed Robert in and asked Robert Fedriconi to be his best man. I mean, Dog Lips was just having so much fun, and that was right. I think the next day, might have been when he actually uh was found. Yeah, oh yeah. He was having a blast, with me, you know. And I knew Dog Lips didn't want to marry anybody. It was a joke because Dog Lips is like me, you know. He's a rolling stone. Wherever he lays his hat is his home, just like me. And we had a blast cutting up on the phone, though. He was. And I may have been, you and I think were probably the last two people that spoke to him before he passed away. Of course, Robert spoke to him, but I could do that, Rodders, with a little sprinkle, just a little sprinkle. I want some to keep with me, though. Yeah, well, it's my ex-husband's new wife. She sent me just like a medicine bottle, like you get your medicine in a small medicine bottle full of ashes, and that was like plenty. And the thieves stole it, when they robbed all my shit. They got my ex-husband's ashes too. Yeah, but Dog Lips did like his weed though, T. He did. But I got up this morning. I was feeling Dog Lips's presence around, and I woke up really early. And so that's why I got up and I was dancing and partying and having a good time and talking to Dog Lips like a crazy old loon. And I do think that probably Robert Fedriconi was probably his best male friend that he had. And Robert messed with him all the time. And Dog Lips loved it. And when he went to jail, he requested personally that he get my phone number, you know. And so that I was contacted and sent him my phone number to the jail because he knew out of all the people in here that I would support him through thick and thin. And I did, you know. I told him, matter of fact, I told him I knew he was drinking the first day he got out of jail. And I said, look, Dog Lips, you're a grown ass man. You can make your own decisions. I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot do. I said, I could tell you what I think you should do, but not that you're going to listen anyway because you're not. And he was already drinking then. I could tell. But, I just let him know that it's your business. Do what you want. He doesn't like people telling him what he can do, how to do it, when he can do it, you know. He's like me. He doesn't like people controlling him. Right. He told me everything, stuff I'm not even putting out here. He told me everything. It's like, yeah, it's like I'm his secret best friend. But he knew he could trust me with his worldly secrets, and I never put them out. So, but my only suggestion to him was, you're a grown ass man, you know. You can make your own decisions at this point in life. They may not be the right ones. They may not be a decision anybody agrees with, but it's your decision. You make it because you're the one's going to have to be happy with it in the end. Nobody else. And that's what I told him. You know, uh, hang on a minute. Exactly, Shady. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. He's still never going to take responsibility for what he done to Dog Lips, for having him put in jail, which was wrong. Um, you see how that worked out for you, Sam? Go put him in jail, let him dry out, get off the alcohol. How'd that work out for you, Sam? You know. And then when he got out, then he stalked him and he followed him. Morning, top that. How you doing, sweetie? Yeah, we always tell you everything, T. That's the way I feel about it, T. Either accept him and be his friend, hate him. But if you hate him, just leave him the fuck alone. You're not no white knight in shining armor, Sam. You stalked this man until he fucking died, until he killed himself and died. You did that. So you're going to just might as well blame yourself. I know you're never going to, but sorry, but the blame lays in your lap. And Doglips didn't, I don't know why he was even stealing vodka. He had money, and if he needed money, all he had to do was ask. See, I think that was part of the his like I said, the little early dementia he was getting. He probably he probably didn't even know he was stealing vodka. He didn't. He probably didn't know any of that he was doing. He was doing it, not realizing what he was doing. I mean, that's the way I think, but my opinion, it's not worth much, but exactly. Oh yeah, the Dretzels, the Catfisher, Little Miss Catfisher. Miss Catfisher wanted what Dog Lips had. Well, she didn't get nothing. She got nothing. He had some kind of money because he was staying in a very nice hotel. He wasn't in no damn Motel 6, but he hooked up with a second homeless person, Rodders. Not that first one, the strung out guy he was around. He was with the second one named Michael. He introduced him to me on the phone. Yeah, but Dog Lips never stole anything. If he needed money for liquor, I mean, he would just do it. He would just come on, do a live stream and ask people for money. And I didn't have much, but I'd always send him a few dollars. He could at least got him a little half pint or something. And I knew the last couple times I sent him money, I knew he was going straight buying vodka with it, but I just didn't want to see him being sick from not having it. Um, if that makes sense. Yeah, I hadn't talked to him after that point, T. I talked to him prior to that the last time. So, but regardless, whatever, he lived a long, good life. He did, you know. He lived longer than most people do. Just let him rest in peace, people. That's all I'm asking. It's just let the family mourn and do what normal families do, and just let Dog Lips, rest in peace, and not continually drag this drama around behind him for the next 3 or 4 years, because we know how this community is. This could be 3 or 4 years worth of drama. And I pretty much kept my mouth shut about all of it until now. But it's getting to be too much. It really is. It's just getting to be too much. I don't have anything against Eddie, for doing what he did. He was just verified. He just called him verified because Sam lies so much. It would have been better had that news got put out by anybody else, T, you or Evan, Eddie, I mean, by anybody but Sam. And that's the reason Eddie was disputing it, because Sam lies. That's what he does. He's a liar, just like Jose. And I could see why Eddie would want to verify the fact. You know, it made sense to me. I mean, I didn't even think of it. And here's the thing. See, Sam does this shit so that everybody will talk about him. We've got to just quit talking about Sam, period, because Sam needs the attention. Um, he demands the attention. That's why he gets on other people's panels and takes them over. Um, and he gets up there and he's always, well, you should do this way. You should do this way. It's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. You should get this. You should get this. You need to get a job. You should get this. You do this, do that. Well, I think he needs to follow some of his own suggestions. No, Evan wasn't doing anything for views and likes. I'm telling you, he really didn't want to even put the original out there about Doglips passing away, and I begged him, and he was in tears too. Evan was in tears. He didn't want to do it, but he knew if he didn't, then Sam or somebody else was going to come put it out there and make a shit show out of it. Um, and so Evan did it. He did it very professionally. That's all I can. That's all I know about that. But no, he didn't. He didn't because Evan didn't even know until I called him. You know, and I begged him. I said, "You've got to do this. I can't do it, and you do it so much more professionally than I could ever do it." And he really didn't want to do it. Evan didn't want to do it. And I begged him, please, because it's got to be done. Otherwise, it's going to come out. Somebody else is going to put it out. It's going to end up to be a big shit show. And I didn't want to see that. And so Evan did not do it for the views or the likes. He's got enough content. He doesn't need content from a dead person. Right. Yeah, about how he was found. Yeah. Evan knew. A lot of people knew, but they were waiting, uh hopefully waiting till the autopsy report came in. But Sam had to jump out there and get them views off of it. That's what Sam did. Now Sam did it for the views and the likes. Sam is the one that did that. I know he was so upset. Honestly, he was in tears. And I really did. I begged him. I said, please, honey. I said, please do this for me because I can't do it, you know. And I just didn't want it to be done wrong. I wanted it to be done properly, and Evan done it very professionally, very properly, very respectfully for Doglips, the way he did it. But you could tell he just, you could tell, it's hard to see a man with tears in his eyes, but he did. Evan had tears in his eyes when he did that show. He was broke up. It was hard for him to speak. Um, you know, that's not looking for views and likes, believe me. I know, and I thank you, Evan. Evan, I mean, he's my YouTube husband, but Evan is one of the sweetest, kindest, most kind-hearted people I've ever met on YouTube. He really is. I mean, don't get me wrong. He likes to aggravate, stir the pot, just like the rest of us do, with the trash talking shit I'm talking about. But somebody's death is not trash. It shouldn't be trash talked. It should be respected. Um, I don't know. I think everything just kind of fell out the wrong direction. And, you know, we just need to let it go at this point. And then when the autopsy comes in, T, you can determine at that point if you want it put out publicly. And honestly, I think Evan, oh, oh, I know, yeah, yeah, Rick and Tracy, yeah, Tracy was in tears, and Rick was broken over it too. I like Rick. I don't really care what people say about Rick. I like Rick. I've always liked Rick. Rick has not said some of the nicest things about people and things, and he puts salt in wounds and grinds them in, but that's Rick. You just got to take Rick as he is, you know. He's Rick. That's it. And Yukon Ann last night, um, well, somebody, I see I've unsubscribed to every one of those people, but somebody said that I needed to go and just listen to that conversation. But Yukon Ann is points the finger at me and Nikki and Evan for everything that does. And here's the thing is we try to stay away from her. I've unsubscribed her, right? But yet she never opens her mouth without the word Stella coming out of it. Period. Leave me alone, Yukon Ann. You're a piece of trash. I don't want anything to do with you. Stay out of my streams. Leave me alone, you stalker. You're a stalker. Yukon Ann is just like Sam. There, get out. I saw you leave, but you got your other name in here watching what I say anyway. Oh yeah, Dog Lips love trolling. Me and Dog Lips love to. We used to love to go troll RV Davy. Dog Lips would go, Stella, come go with me. Let's go troll RV Davy. Well, I became a Chomo supporter, uh, because that the second time because Dog Lips and I was going to troll RV Davy. Well, Waters, I really don't like to wish ugly on people due to the fact that I don't like it. I don't want it coming back on me. But the way I see it, karma works in mysterious ways. And whatever karma feels is fair, karma's going to take care of it. It's like I don't even know what's going on with the fight with Clip and Evan. I miss a lot lately because like I said, I've unsubscribed so many of these people. I miss a lot of the what's going on behind the scenes conversations. I'm just not interested. I'm I'm trying to have a fun, run a fun channel over here. We can come in, have Rotters as no panty parties, um and some people are just natural born trolls. Tally's been a troll since probably the day he was born. I don't know when Doglips actually started trolling, but he's pretty good at it, real good at it. Matter of fact, he'd troll you and you didn't even know you was being trolled. Doglips was excellent at it. Jose trolled me. Jose came to visit me. Jose trolled me in real life. That's why he was there, to troll me. That's what Jose does. If he's visited you, I guarantee you he was there to troll you in real life. I don't care who you are. If he's ever visited you. I'm going to take some bets, though. I do like to gamble. Hey, want to take some bets on how long Jose's going to be at his new squatting place he's squatting at? Because if he don't start helping that lady with money toward the bills and the cigarettes and the food, she's going to put him out. I thought that was his uncle Trucker's place. But evidently there's an old lady, I guess her husband, boyfriend, whatever, named Johnny. Remember, Jose said his name was Jimmy before, that lived upstairs in that house. Um, Now he's got Sunshine and Johnny. He changes the names up. Jose always lies. You can't pay no attention to nothing he says anyway. Well, yeah, he's another one. Sam's another one. He's been a troll all his life. That's all he's ever going to be. You know, um, he's never worked a real job, just like Jose. He's never held down a real job. I saw Jose telling people to go get a job yesterday, and I'm laughing to myself, going, Jose, you should follow your own suggestions. Jose is capable of going to a day labor and working day labor jobs to where you get paid every day. Okay? Yeah. Sam never took care of his children. I know he's got children, but um, he never took care of them. Sam's always been on the run. He's been on the run his whole life. He's going to continue to be on the run till the day he dies, dodging the law, dodging the law, dodging those warrants, dodging his probations and whatevers. I figured he'd skip out on this one. I didn't. I honestly don't think he'll make it through that full 2 years before he skips out or violates. And that's still the way I feel about that. And I'm not going to have anything to do with it. That's something he will do himself. Excuse me. Oh, Sam seemed to care because Sam wanted brownie points, okay? Sam knew, he could take a little bit of food over to Dog Lips and Dog Lips would get him high. Dog Lips had weed. Dog Lips had what Sam wanted. So Sam would go over with his gift of offering, and he would get to get stoned on it. That's just how it is. He could turn his narrative that he was a good guy and he was the only one taking Doglip's food. But Sam don't do nothing for free for nobody. He didn't even want to pay Jose back the money he owed him, right? So, see, Sam doesn't do anything for free. If he does something for you, then believe me, he's expecting something in return. Like I said, he knew Doglips would have weed, alcohol. He would have something that he could go over there and get high off of. And that's the reason he didn't mind carrying Dog Lips a little something to eat or, something out to him. Yeah, and Sam still denies exposing himself. He denies exposing himself to Sarah Jane. He denies exposing himself in my basement. Sam denies everything. He probably even still denies uh, videoing his anus while bent spread eagle over a freaking log in the forest. But I'm like, how would I know exactly what his penis looks like if he hasn't shown it to me? Right? I didn't ask to see it. Nobody wants to see that ungodly sight. Looks like maybe a wart or something that kind of grew a little bigger. And then I noticed Sam's been copying Cause too. When he signs off and he says, oh, and peace, love, and all that hippie jazz, copying causes. Sam's never had an original thought in his entire life. He copies, just like Jose does. They copy everything they say. It's all copied from other people. So tell me it's not what he's doing is not for likes, views, and shows. Yeah, I've seen that little thing. It didn't impress me. There's no way he shoved that thing in a Pringles can, even with two socks down in it. That thing is very small. I've seen night crawlers bigger. I'm serious. Oh, I forgot to turn my fan on. I was wondering why I wasn't having no air circulating in here. Oh, exactly. He always had a method behind his Madness. You hear crickets? You must be hearing them here. Actually, maybe frogs or chickens for real news. But yeah, you always hear some kind of critters here. Um, but I'm glad you came in and brought that up, T. I know you don't always have a platform, to be able to say what you need to say and everything. I don't know even what the spat is with Eddie and Canadian Bacon. I don't know what's going on there. See, a lot of the stuff I've missed. I have no idea what people are fighting over now. Okay, I don't know. So I'm not speaking on anything I don't know. I'm just saying, there's more stuff keeps popping out that I had no idea about. I've been fairly busy, and I'm gonna be trying to. I can't get a whole lot done. I work a little bit, and then I rest. You know, Yukon Ann tries to tell everybody that I'm not disabled. I've been disabled since 1996, June the 16th. I was in a car accident. Okay, I've been disabled since then. Now, I'm not on disability at this point in life because I had reached the old age retirement level, and Social Security removed me from my disabled status into my retirement status. They did that on their own, but she's lying to everybody saying, "Oh, well, she's not disabled." Well, why did I have to have all these surgeries? Back surgery, neck surgery, hip and leg surgery, foot surgery, elbow surgery, my cancer, my nose surgery on my nose. Now, you tell me somebody with all these surgeries is not a disabled person, plus all the other stuff. I've got COPD, diabetes, um, I've got spinal stenosis, osteoporosis. Um, I've got all this, anything that goes along with diabetes, I've got it. I've got stage 3 renal failure. You know, my body's shot to death, wore down, and I'm going to drag it I'm going to get every mile out of it. Let's put it that way. I'm going to get every mile out of my body that I can get out of it. Um, but I'm still disabled. It doesn't matter. I know I don't look old enough to be disabled. I don't look my age. I don't look I don't look as old as I am. That's not my fault. It's because I'm Native American. Most Native Americans, they've got good skin quality and things, and they just naturally look younger. Um, you know, I've got false teeth. Oh, and I've got eyes. Both of my eyes, I've had surgery on them. I've got perfect eyesight. My hearing's perfect. I got a few things that's good. Um, I don't have any heart problems. My heart's perfect. And here lately, I have been running some high blood pressure and stuff, but that's because I've been sick with this pneumonia and bronchitis. Um, I do have nerve damage. I get gout. I could just sit here and go on and on and on and on and on for days about all the shit that's wrong with me. But I get up every day. I'm up at 5 o'clock this morning playing music and dancing and having a good time and partying here all by myself, just me. I'm sitting here in my little camper just having a good time. So, like I said, I just wanna push my life and get as much miles out of it as I can. I'm gonna be heading out at the end toward the end of the month. It'll be before the end of the month. I'm hoping to get out there before then if I can, uh, to get my spot saved at the lake. Oh, he's definitely a career criminal, Shady. Definitely. Oh, Yukon Anonym had a lot to say about you last night too, Shady. Did you know that? And that Proud Babbling Idiot, him, Sam, and Yukon Ann. They had plenty to say about you, Shady, and me, Nikki, and Evan, you know. And you could go watch it. If he took it down, it's okay because I recorded the entire thing just in case he takes it down. Yep, that's true. I don't think I'm going to do a very long stream this morning, though, because I've got things to do. It's still pretty cool out. It's almost 10:30 here. The sun's just now starting to come out a little bit. And so I'm going to get a few things done. And this pink hair color is already washing out. So I'm going to have to do my hair again this week. I'm going to do it in that blue this time, that bright blue, because I don't know, but yeah. Oh, I know what it was, Shady. He was saying something you was eating dog food out of a can. I don't know. I didn't see it. But that's what him and Yukon were yakety yakking about last night about you. You were eating dog food and then giving your dog about a dog food. Oh, I knew a lady a long time ago that ate toilet paper when she was out of crackers. An old lady. She had no food. But there was a lady I knew a long time ago that ate toilet paper. She would sit and chew on it. Thought that was kind of weird. I don't know whatever happened to her. She reminded me of Misbehaving, though. Anybody else got anything they want to say in chat before I close out? Because I'm gonna let this go. I got a few things I'm gonna go get done. But you can call me T anytime you get sad or anything you want somebody to talk to. Because I know you got to work, you got to drive that truck and make that money. You know, I used to have a truck driver friend that called me when he was on the road all the time because he knew I talked and talked and talked and I never shut the fuck up. And he knew I would keep him awake, keep him from falling asleep at the wheel. So he would always call me when he was getting tired because he knew I would talk to him and keep him awake. If you ever need somebody to keep you awake at the wheel, T, just call. If I'm awake, I'll answer. Don't forget, y'all, before people leave, would y'all please hit my like button, whether you liked me or not. If you don't like me, give me a thumbs down. And if you liked the show today, give me a thumbs up. We're going to try to start our show off tomorrow, maybe, or to next day, whenever I do it again. I don't know when I'll do it, but I wasn't even going to go live this morning, and I decided to go live because I thought I'd give everybody somewhere to come and hang out and have fun for a little while. But we'll see. That's the way I do. You just got to wait and see how life goes because, and I really don't, to be honest, at this point, I really don't care what happens to Sam. You know, I'm sure karma's going to take care of it, whatever happens. And I don't even need to help it along. I don't even think karma needs help on this one. I think karma's doing a fine job so far. All I want to say is, leave me alone. Sam, Yukonan, proud Babylonian, and all of you trash heaps, all you trash bags, leave me alone. Stay out of my channel. Go away. Go do your own streams and leave me alone. We don't need you here. We don't want you here. You're not taking over my stream. You're not gonna be on my panel. You're not even gonna be in my chat. Anybody sees you in my chat, they will take you out. So take that for what it's worth. Go talk about me somewhere else. I don't care because I don't watch it anyway. I don't watch any of your videos, you Conan. I don't know what you're putting out there. I don't know. Don't care because I don't watch them. But I hope everybody has a really nice day today. Enjoy life while it's here because life isn't promised. Tomorrow isn't promised. You never know. Tomorrow who's going to be next, okay? When your number's called, you're going. It don't matter. It don't matter how you go, what you're doing, or what you're not doing, or what you think you're not doing. When your number's called, you're going. That's just it. Nobody gets left out in the game of life. Just remember that, people, and have a great, wonderful day. I want to thank everybody that came in. I want to thank all my supporters, all my subscribers, all my future subscribers that I don't have yet. Like I said, I've unsubscribed a few, so I probably lost a few subscribers too, which is fine. I'll make them back up. I always do. But have a great day and go live life. Live life live, people. Video everything.